All right. I am here with the human known as Tara Babcock. Hello. Hi,
How do you know
human.
I'm human? I might not be human.
More human than human. I don't know.
I have
I
elf
know.
ears.
I figured out that I'm not, but I don't know. I guess I just assume everyone else is.
You
So
shouldn't assume.
bad assumption on my part. You had an interesting aesthetic idea. You said because I do the third eye, you were going to do the third boob. But
Yeah.
we didn't collaborate enough beforehand. It wasn't like, oh shit, we need to fucking get that together. Yeah. Damn. You have no authority, loser. Cool. Wait, are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else in the chat that's trying to like be a king of the chat? Because sometimes that happens.
Oh, that
Don't do
happens.
this. It's like, oh, I'm the king of my own little chat fiefdom. Good for you. I'm doing the handheld mic because my fucking AC unit back there, it's actually not going right now, but if it starts going, it'll be really loud on my other mic. So the handheld is kind of where I'm at with this. But that doesn't really matter. So, Tara, why don't you tell them a little bit about what you do, who you are, etc.
Well, my name is Tara. I do pretty much fucking everything. I just, I'm an OnlyFans girl. I started off on Twitch doing gaming stuff and got the YouTubes. I'll do like philosophy stuff, and then I'll also just do the like gratuitous sexuality shit. I'll be like, hey, look at this bikini try on haul, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much do everything. And if I have a lisp during this, I just got lip injections, so I'm like full bimbo right now, and it's starting to swell. I can feel it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the whole bimbo aesthetic at some point. You said the word before me, so it's okay now for me to just broach it, I think.
Yeah, I'm helping you out here.
Yeah, so I mean, I was originally I was actually working on a video about bimbos, and I kind of sent you a script for it to kind of like get because your opinion on it, because obviously you're like in that space and shit. I don't know. Do you consider yourself a bimbo? Because if you are, you're pretty subtle as far as like that goes.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I choose when to play into it more. I like the aesthetic and the look of it. I like the like juicy hot pink lips and the, ridiculous tits and shit. But as far as like, I would say it's more like a time and a place type of thing, because I don't really want to live my life kind of being an idiot,
Right.
like that would bore me. So it's got to be like a time and a place thing. But I would consider myself bimbo aesthetic, like pretty much 24/7 as much as I can. But
yeah,
it's more of like a muted bimbo aesthetic, because I don't like go over the top. I think I sent you Alicia Amira. She's over the top, like
right.
just as big as you can fit.
Not really like, I mean, from what I could tell from the material you sent me, not really an idiot either. Like they seem to have like a very philosophical approach to like the bimbo like lifestyle or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it seems like there's categories. Like there's the ones that kind of play into the whole like, oh, I'm an airhead, I'm ditzy. And then there's like Alicia's more like just like the submissive sexual stuff. Like, just talking about how her man like owns her. She likes that kind of thing more.
But there's also seems to be like a philosophical sort of like discipline position. Like, see, so one of the things I've been trying to like transform my body and shit to be more to my liking, because I'm just like a fat, frumpy dude. So I was like, I'd like to have like some muscle and shit. So I've been going to the gym and working out and all that, those things, trying to eat right. And like, it's really fucking hard. It's really hard to control what your body looks like, I've found. Especially, I guess, trying to like go from like a shitty, neglected body to like one that actually like is serviceable. Seems like maybe it's easier if you're like, if you just like kind of coast in from the point of like, oh yeah, I'm already good. But if you're like
definitely.
If you're trying to go from like this to like something that's like workable, it's like way harder.
Yeah, that's something I always like wondered about. Like, how do you get the motivation when you're already like super fucking set in your ways to just like add a new like thing to your life that you've never done?
Yeah, it's not just, I mean, like it's like a whole ass change in lifestyle, and it's like really hard to do. Adderall helps, I guess. But the thing that I've found the hardest, honestly, way harder than quitting smoking, which I did like 2 years ago or in some change. Quitting smoking cigarettes. I still smoke weed. But way harder than quitting smoking has been trying to like eat right, because like with quitting smoking, I could be like, I'm done with this, you know, like I just don't do this anymore. This is no longer a habit. But you can't be like, you can't just be like, I no longer eat. So, and as soon as I eat anything, the eat drive is like on, and it's like, you need to consume more. It's like, no, I don't. I really fucking don't. I'm good. Look at this. We got a huge fat store here. It's fine. Eat some of that. No, more.
Yo, I have the same problem, like a lot. I'm like, I've been going to the gym like consistently my entire life. That's no issue for me. It's like part of my life now. It's just kind of a thing that I do. But I cannot like eat a low enough amount to get the body type that I want. Like I just can't do it. Like I'm still trying. I haven't given up. That sounds defeatist to be like I can't do it. But like it's so impossible. I don't know. Like the only way I was ever able to lose like a really good amount of weight is when I would do 8-mile hikes every third day. And then I could eat whatever I wanted. It was great. But that's like the only time I had to go over over top, you know, it's like, ugh, it's annoying.
8-mile hike is probably, I don't know, that's like the ugliest phrase in the English language as far as I'm concerned. I don't want it. Get it away.
Hey, I like that shit.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't know. I've been, you know, enjoying, to me, the hardest thing is actually like going to the gym. Like once I'm there, it's usually okay. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm here. I'm going to do this. But like the hard part is like when I'm at home and I'm comfortable and like there's other stuff I want to do. And then it's like, it's time to go to the fucking gym. It's like, oh, I want to go to the fucking gym. No.
Yeah.
But then I go, you know, usually.
Yeah, that's where habit comes in for sure.
Right. Well, I've found that like if I'm trying to like go to the gym and like if I skip a day or whatever, it ends up being way more of a fucking hassle in the long run trying to like make shit up and like rearrange things to still get in all the stuff. So I'm just like, nah, you're better off just going.
Yeah, the crazy thing is like your brain will make up and it'll sound right to you and make sense. It'll make up any reason to not do the shit that you're supposed to be doing when it's comfortable. You know, it'll like you'll be like, "Oh, well, I'll start tomorrow," or "I worked really hard today, so I could take a day off." Like all this shit in your head that if you actually sat there and thought about it, you'd be like, "No, that's wrong." But your brain kind of like convinces you behind the scenes. It's weird.
I always I just think of it as like dark TJ because he's really persuasive. He's like, you know, one Oreo wouldn't really hurt you, you know? But I know there's no such thing as one Oreo. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't exist. That's not a concept.
Yeah, even if it was, it's like not, it's not, it doesn't fix the desire, you know? Like it's not fulfilling.
It's not like, oh, wow, now I'm satiated.
Yeah.
Thank God for that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, we'll have like, if there's like any chocolate in my house, like they'll bring like chocolate chips in here. Like, hey, here's some milk chocolate chips, you know, for like baking later. It's like, that ain't gonna get baked with. I'm gonna eat those. Those are gonna be dead soon. There's no stopping me.
I just don't keep the shit in the house. Like,
yeah,
it's too hard.
Yeah, if that shit's here, it's gonna be a problem. Like, the willpower is insufficient. Like, I can avoid getting it in the house, but if it's brought in here, it's gonna get eaten. There's no because whatever part of my brain is like, don't do that, is weaker than the part that's like, do it. So
yeah, definitely. Oh my God. It's funny because like I am at heart such a fat ass. Like if I just like let myself like relax, I would be like so obese. I just love food.
Yeah, food fucking rules. And exercise, I mean, it's fine. It's not bad. I kind of hate it, but like it's okay. I can deal with it. It's getting to the gym that's hard. But like I have a pretty like, I guess, easy routine at this point. Like it's like three times a week full body routine, which is pretty much a beginner's routine, which is appropriate for me because I'm totally a fucking beginner. I don't do like a push pull split or any of that shit. I just do like full body 3 times a week. But usually takes like, I don't know, like an hour and a half or something at the gym. I do like a little warm up on the treadmill and I do some fucking basic exercises, the ones I can do, because there's some that I have like. There's some I don't even have the range of motion to do, but
like
whatever.
What? I need to know.
Oh, like I cannot do a lunge.
A lunge.
Yeah, my
Lunges are
hamstrings.
hard to start doing.
My
They are.
hamstrings are too tight to do a lunge. Will not. My body will not allow me to flex in that way. I'm getting closer as I do more stuff. Like the flexibility is improving, and I try to do stretches on days I don't go to the gym to like limber up because I'm like very, like lumbering and shit. I have this. My nature is like I'm gigantic, so I just slam things around. Like no matter what I'm doing, like there's no finesse in anything that I do. Like if I open a cabinet, I'm slamming it open. If I'm opening like a jar, if I bring a drink to my face, half the time I spill it on my fucking self because I'm just like, rah! You know? And it's like, why am I like this? Like what fucking Viking wiring is this shit?
Yeah, you're like an old tree spirit or something.
What blackmail does TJ have on Tara to get her on alive? What do I have? What? Why are you like that? You're a piece of shit. Fuck you.
But the answer is lots.
Tons. All the secrets. Troll wiring. Okay, maybe so. So yeah, you went to Yosemite recently, right?
Yellowstone,
right before the before the fucking floods and all the crazy shit going on there. Like they've closed off a lot of areas of that since then.
Yeah, it's open up now, but like as we were driving out, it started raining really hard, and I was like, "Oh," because I'm from Seattle, so I was like, "Oh, this is pretty normal." And then the next day, they're like, "Yeah, it's flooded. The roads are gone." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they're not used to that shit.
Yeah, people were stuck in there. I'm like, "Oh, imagine just being stuck in this like touristy area, and all you have is your car, and like roads behind you and in front of you are just broken. That would be terrifying."
Yeah, I'm sure it fucking was. I mean, like I saw whole ass bridges just like going down the river. Like, goodbye, bridge. See you next time. Probably not. A lot of that stuff's not even going to get reconstructed. I think there's still portions of like the park and stuff that are closed off.
Yeah,
they're not even sure if they're ever going to reopen.
Yeah,
so it's pretty fucking crazy. And I remember you said on your Instagram you were thinking about like moving there or something too. So I don't know if that like changed your mind about that.
No, I actually want to move to Colorado. I think it's a similar idea, but yeah.
Colorado's a great place. You know, I was thinking about moving there. It's at one point. I actually took a road trip there, looked around there, kind of decided like, you know, I mean, I like it to visit, but I'm not really sure I see myself living here. And also, it's so fucking expensive. Now, where I really want to live is where I used to live in fucking Seattle. I love the Pacific Northwest in general, but that place is fucking just financial murder. I can't afford to fucking live there. Well, I could afford to live there, but not with the lifestyle I'm accustomed to. So
yeah, that's how I felt. That's why I left. I was literally like, okay, I have this tiny ass apartment, and like in order to live in anything other than a tiny ass apartment, I would have to fucking have like $1 million house or something, and it would be like a shack.
Right. You know,
my parents bought a $300,000 house. It's 1,200 square feet, like next to the airport. Yeah. It's not great, and now it's over $1 million. And they bought it in like the 80s or something, or like the 90s, early 90s.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's
I fucking went. I just like as a like lark because I've been looking for a place to because I'm in the swamps of Louisiana. I got tricked down here into being in the swamp again, and I've been here for fucking 6 goddamn years now. Like, this is, I mean, like, I don't know how the fuck they got me back here because I vowed when I left before never come back, but then they tricked me back, and now it's taken me fucking 6 years to get the fuck out again. So I'm never coming back this time. Fucking literally shoot me before I come back here. But no, the fucking when I went to Seattle, I mean, I lived in Seattle for a while when I was doing Drunken Peasants and shit, and money was like just like pouring in, just like torrents of money just happening. And I'm like, yes. But you know, those torrents, I ain't getting no torrents of money now. It's not bad. I'm still doing fine, but like it ain't fucking torrents like it was then. So but I went on Zillow or whatever, and I put my search parameters like, let's see what I could get in Seattle area. And it's like, here's a hovel. It's like, what?
Literally a shack that like where the doors don't open and the windows are boarded up. It's like $700,000 to start.
I know. And I'm like I'm like looking like what I'm like looking at other places. I'm like, so here I can get like a fucking house on like 4 acres of land, and you know, like it's a 2,500 square foot house, and it's really nice with like a modern like cooking range and all the greatest amenities and all this shit. And then, but over here, here's a fucking shitty duplex built in fucking 1967 and never updated once since. And it's falling apart. And yeah, you can technically live in it. It's like, it's not worth it. Seattle ain't that fucking nice. It's pretty. It's one of the most pretty. I mean, it's one of the prettiest fucking. I mean, not the city itself, but like the fucking area around it. Fucking gorgeous.
It is.
Like
it really like.
Sometimes I'd round a bend there and I'd look and it'd be like, is this a fucking, I'm looking like a postcard here. This is crazy.
Yeah, the Pacific Northwest, there's nothing that matches it. And you don't have to travel very far to get like this most superb like forest or waterfall or whatever the fuck you want to see. It's just so, I don't know why everyone there is so unhappy though. Something I noticed moving from there is that
it's because there's no fucking sunlight ever.
I like the rain. I find it soothing and comforting, just like nihilism. It's great.
Yeah, like, I mean, like my wife fucking did not like it. I mean, she liked living there and stuff, and you know, like the amenities and stuff, and the healthcare system there. She liked a lot of stuff. She liked, but the you know the constant raininess and stuff, like it gave her fucking seasonal depression. And I'm like, I don't get that because I'm just depressed no matter what. So I might as well be somewhere that's pretty, you know, like that's just my thing.
Yeah, I don't get the seasonal depression. I get depressed when it's sunny. When it like I live in Vegas. It's like 120 this summer. I'm like, I'm depressed. It's too fucking
that's
hot.
Horrible. I mean, look, I'm in the fucking swamp. It's not as hot temperature wise, but like the humidity here.
Oh yeah, you got the
is humidity. Like, I mean, it's like I don't even know how, like if I go somewhere else, like if I go on a trip and then I come back here and I step off that airplane, you know, onto the little entry, you know, the hallway, those things, the atmosphere comes right in those. So, you know, the moment you walk out of the airplane, it's like, you're just like, you walk into that wall of humidity and you get to experience what it's really like without you being used to it or acclimating to it. And you just realize like, what the fuck? Human beings are not meant to live in this.
Yeah. It feels like you're semi-swimming. You're like aquatic a little bit. And breathing in that much water.
Yeah, you fucking it takes a minute to fucking feel like you can breathe again. Now, I mean, like in fairness, if you go to like Denver or something, it's like, whoa, the air is really thin. Like, especially if you fly there. Like if you drive up, which we did when we took our road trip, you know, it's like you kind of acclimate to it by degrees. But like if you fly there and you walk out, it's like, whoa, you notice the air is way thinner.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if you do the same thing in New Orleans, especially in any sort of like summer month, you walk out of that plane, it's like God. Oh my God, what the fuck is this? This is not natural. This is not right. But yeah, I mean, like we're talking like multiple days, 100 fucking something degrees here with massive humidity, and just like it's horrible. You cannot go outside. Like if I go out, I'm gonna go get some coffee, you know, like I decide I don't want to make my own coffee. I want to go get some fancy little coffee drink over at the corner cafe thing. Like getting in my car, like the entire car is just like an oven. Everything in the car is like hot to the touch. I mean, you know this living in Vegas, probably. I don't know, maybe you got a garage or something. My garage, I'm in my garage. It's converted into the studio, so there can't be cars here.
Yeah, no, I had the top and doors off of my Jeep in the beginning of the summer because we get like 1 week of fucking spring. I was like, oh, it's spring. I'll take the doors and top off. And then it's like 100 degrees and I'm fucking like, I am dying. Like I would start getting fucking angry on car rides because it was so hot. Like it doesn't matter how fast you're going. The wind doesn't help. It's just like an oven.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if it was also humid here. I would just die.
I mean, the people say that like, oh well, it's a dry heat, but honestly, that dry heat comes with its own fucking you know, trials and tribulations. Because you go out in that dry heat, it's like, oh well, it doesn't stick to you as much. Like your natural cooling system of sweat works better in a climate like yours because the sweat evaporates off your body and creates a cooling effect, which is like what sweat's designed to do. Here, Louisiana has completely thwarted the body's natural like defense systems by just being like, you can't, it doesn't evaporate. It just sticks to you. So you're just drenched in fucking sweat. If like so quick. But the thing about the dry heat though, is like you go out in there, your skin just starts to fucking dry out. At least mine does. You know,
Yeah.
we get these super chapped lips and stuff. Got to do a lot more lip care kind of stuff.
I lost like half my hair, especially because I didn't know anything about this hard water bullshit until I moved here. And then I was like, what? It's just like so bad for you. I don't even know why anyone lives out here. It's crazy.
I mean, I feel that way about almost everywhere I've ever lived. I think that, but I think life just kind of sucks. And don't be tricked by like, oh fuck, maybe in this location life's gonna nope. Unless it's like I am in a tropical paradise where it's always, you know, nice and whatever the fuck. It's probably not gonna be great.
Yeah, I don't even like that. I did like a 10-day like all-inclusive resort Mexico thing, and I was like, I am so fucking bored. Get me home. Like, oh my God, I hated it. I don't know how people can do like a long time just like laying on the beach.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. My brain goes maybe if I could like maybe I just like get the right drugs, you know.
Yeah.
Get the drugs, get the lazy drugs going. But I've always been like more of like a stimulant kind of person. Even though like my body can be kind of lazy, like my mind always has to be occupied. Yeah. I'm trying to get my body more into the activity shit. I guess we have a question for you here. So they gave me money, so I'm gonna ask their question, I guess. Hi, Miss Babcock. I have the same last name, and my like was 93. What thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. I don't know what the fuck they're asking or saying, but they gave me money, so there you go.
Thank you. Yes.
TJ, I'm shocked. In my opinion, you were supposed to write a book about a robot, not make the robot and have a conversation. Lol.
Oh, I can't wait until sex robots get as like good as humans.
I'm writing a novel right now called Sexbot Uprising. That's about
cool.
A bunch of sex bots that gain sentience and you know, attempt to overthrow their human masters. So yeah. Tara, what is your primary passion in life?
My primary
someone wants to know your primary passion in life.
Oh God.
You can only get one. All your other passions have to fall by the wayside.
They're secondary. Those are secondary passions. Oh, fuck. It might just be like a hedonistic thing, like joy or like enjoyment.
Yeah, that is a very nihilistic answer.
Well, there's definitely no like real other thing, but I mean, I like self-betterment. That's like a thing. I feel like I'm in an RPG a little bit and I can just like up my stats by doing things.
Yeah, get the stats up.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, because I mean, that's all you got, right? That's all you really have at the end of the day is yourself. You don't have anything else.
Yeah.
And even then, you know, that's like a temporary thing. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it while I have it.
And even then, it's like I always question like how much control do I even really have over this thing? Because a lot of times it doesn't seem to obey.
Yeah,
I guess that's like where the self-discipline stats come in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny how you put in all the stats and then like something just happens. It's kind of like predestined.
It's like, ooh, I kind of fucking I probably should have put more into that one there. Oops.
Yeah.
Damn it, didn't foresee that. Guess I should have put more in the foresight stat in hindsight.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, what do you think about? Because okay, I went to Seattle recently again and visited.
Yeah.
And like I follow all of these pages. I feel like I'm in an echo chamber because of the pages and all the shit. And, you know, I'm more like right wing than you are or whatever. But like, how do you feel about the like homelessness shit? Because like I didn't see that much when I was there recently, but I don't know. Even my parents who are like super hippie liberal, they were like, it's getting pretty bad here. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. I feel like people need to stop getting mad at the fucking symptom and start like looking for the fucking cause of the disease. You know, it's like, because like homeless people are not out there to bother you. They didn't like, you know, it'd be cool in life if I was just like a homeless, destitute, probably drug addicted dude that was like being an inconvenience to others. That's what I choose to do. You know, it's like, probably not, you know, there's probably some like underlying societal shit we could like look at and figure out. I don't know. That'd be my thing. Like, I always feel like it's like man, we try to deal with it in such weird ways. Like, I don't know. I watched a video on a stream yesterday. Maybe you've seen it, where these two cops start harassing this homeless dude who's panhandling out on the street corner or whatever. And he's trying to like get away with some letter of the law bullshit. Where he's like, look, I'm not asking for money. I'm just standing out here. People give me money to give me money. But anyway, he's got this little dog and stuff, and they the cops start fucking with him, and he's arguing with the cops, and I guess the cops get enough of his shit. They decided they're just like going to arrest him, even though it really didn't seem like he did anything to get arrested. But whatever. They start trying to arrest him, and his dog is, not really. His dog's not like attacking anybody. It's just kind of like confused and scared. But the cops are acting like the dog is being aggressive, even though, like, I don't know what it is with cops where like they don't seem to be able to read dog body language or something. But the dog is like, kind of just like, and they're like, get your dog under control, as they're like, slamming him up against the car. Call your dog off. Call your dog. The dog is like, just like not doing anything.
Oh my God.
And then the dog kind of like goes next to one of the cops, and they're like, it bit me. It bit me. Dog clearly did not bite them. And so they tase the dog, and then the dog freaks out and runs out into traffic, gets hit by a car and dies.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And this is the worst thing I've ever heard.
It was disgusting. And then the fucking homeless dude is like screaming. And it's just like a scream of like pure, horrible anguish that just like makes you fucking disgusted to be human. And you're just like, ugh. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, how has it come to this? So yeah, I don't know. I feel like trying to deal with like this homeless shit from that perspective is, I don't know, like trying to like sweep away the homeless camps. Like, we're going to run them off. It's like, yeah, but where are they going to go? They're going to go somewhere. Like, you can only run them off so far. Like, they're going to be somebody's problem. Like, we got to fucking actually fix the fucking problem, right? So I don't know necessarily what the solution is, but yeah, I think people are getting way too caught up in symptoms and not looking at underlying diseases.
Yeah, I think but
I'm trying not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
Well, I was just saying I'm trying not to look at things too much from this like super like left-right divide perspective. I just figure I'll just put my opinions out there and people can decide for themselves what I am. I mean, I know that I'm more left-wing than I am right-wing, but I mean, I don't want to be beholden to a tribal sort of mindset. I do tend to, I guess, get madder at right-wing people, but I also find there's plenty of times when I'm mad at left-wing people. So,
yeah. I don't like the dichotomous thinking. I don't like the whole like I fit into this because I have 52% traits from one side or the other. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I don't like shorthand thinking where it's just like, oh well, what does the tribe say? It's like, man, what do you say? Like, why don't you fucking be a person for a minute?
Yeah, something along those lines that bothers me a lot is people really not being able to just take, like, okay, for instance, like someone who creates music, like a musician or something,
right?
They can't separate the musician from the music, and
right.
to a disgusting point. Like, I've always made jokes because I've always had like a crush on Ben Affleck or whatever, and it's like purely just the way he acts in movies. I always thought was kind of hot or whatever. And then people will like send me like some stupid interview that he did on something, and they'll be like, "How do you like him now?" It's like the fucking same, dude. Like, I'm not idolizing this dude. Like, what the fuck? I can't stand that shit.
I just
like
find
you
it
have
really
to
weird.
be in love with them or you have to hate them.
I just hate this like purity testing shit too. Like, I get that there's like, I don't care. Like, if my worst fucking enemy makes a point, it doesn't break my fucking heart. I'm just like, he's right on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking have this weird mentality that a lot of people seem to develop where it's like, wow, this is a really great person, or what? Oh, wait, they said one thing I don't like. Fuck them to hell. May they burn forever. It's like,
yeah.
What is wrong with you? Like, how do you, like, do you literally maintain any human relationships? Because I don't see how you possibly could.
Yeah, and every time I'm charitable to anyone, they'll be like, I've really lost respect for you because you could say something nice about this person I don't like. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh my God. And then people will tell me too, I'm sure you've gotten it as well, where it's like you'll be in a situation where you like you know, you'll do one thing or say one thing out of line for somebody, and they're like, I used to have respect for you, but now blah blah blah. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm glad I lost your respect because you're a fucking moron. You know, like
Yeah, honestly,
if
it was
that's like
embarrassing that you respected me. So
yeah, if one fucking goddamn toe out of like your ideological line was enough for you to just be like fuck you, then you know what? Fuck you back. I don't want you. You're too fucking close-minded.
yeah, and the problem is they're idealizing you too much as well. Like you're just a human. You're just another dude who's gonna have opinions that some people won't agree with. Like I don't understand the whole idolizing people. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think I should be idolized and worshipped and stuff, but like, yeah, you got to fucking accept that I'm going to say, I mean, like, everybody that likes me has to accept that I'm going to say something that you do not like at some point, because I do not fucking toe anybody else's line. So you're going to fucking hear something you don't like eventually.
Yeah.
Man. Guys, Tara's boobies. Look at everyone already is, dude. Calm down. You don't need to, no one needs that instruction. Who's the Babcock, a gaming streamer? Well, we already covered that. Tara does all kind of shit. She does OnlyFans stuff where you can go. I don't know what she does on OnlyFans. I'm not a member of her OnlyFans, but you know, she does whatever she does there. And then there's she does Twitch streaming and I think YouTube streaming as well, and like some vlogs and shit. She's all over the place. All the links are down below. You can check it all out. It's all down there. You know, I know you did like the small dick fucking humiliation or whatever the fuck. Like,
yeah,
people,
SPH, small penis humiliation.
Dudes send you their dicks and you're like, that is, I don't know what, like, you're just like, that's a pathetic fucking dick or whatever the fuck. And they like that and they're like, yeah, I'm horrible. You know what's weird to me though? I kind of get that because I mean, I put a small dick and shit, but I don't know. I'm like kind of over the like humiliation thing about it. Like that was cool when I was like 20 or something and I was like more insecure, but like at this point I don't really care as much. But like you know what was weird is I fucking went on Twitter back when I had a fucking Twitter account because they fucking banned my ass. But I went on Twitter and I fucking I posted this like satirical comment where I was like you know, small dick supremacy, fucking all you big dick losers, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. I don't know. I said some like shit like insulting people with big dicks. And not one, not two, but 3 dudes with huge dicks slid into my DMs and was like, I like when you insult my big dick.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get on this train. This is excellent. Apparently
there is also, I did not know this. I had no fucking clue, but there is also big dick humiliation. They want their big dicks mocked.
Oh my God. Did you ever watch?
I'm like trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure out how to even, because like I like big dicks. So I'm trying to figure out like, how do I even insult this dick if I'm going to try to do this? Like,
no, it's gotta be like, yeah, remember back in the day that used to be like, you're a savage if you have a big dick.
Yeah,
like,
maybe that. Like,
keep that dick smaller. Like, what's wrong with you?
You're just a fucking big dick, small brain motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, you're just a caveman. Look at you. I don't even know what to fucking say to him because I like it. It's basically the
bimbo shit, right? It's like, oh, you got big tits. You must be stupid.
I hate that big succulent dick. It's horrible.
It doesn't fit into anything. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Horrible, horrible dick. But yeah, I guess I mean, I kind of feel bad for them, you know, because like they were supposed to have small dicks, you know, because that's what they're into. So that just shows me, you know, like the humiliation thing. It's not just about the fucking insecurity. It's about something deeper, something more inherent, you know. They needed that. So they should have small dicks, because then they'd have no problem finding that humiliation they're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, someone in the chat said we need an average size humiliation. You know, that reminds me, the funniest thing when I'm doing small penis humiliation to say is like, I'll give them a 3 out of 10 instead of a 1 out of 10. So I'm like, it's not even the smallest I've fucking seen. And they get offended about that. Yeah. They're like, what the fuck? I tried so hard to make this look small. I'm like, well, you're almost average, bro. Like, this is not even that bad.
You call that a small dick? I mean, it's certainly not big, but I've seen smaller.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you sure those statues aren't just growers? I mean, yeah, they probably are. I mean, like I never understood this shower grower thing because like every dick grows. I get that some grow more than others, but yeah.
It's just the thing that they made up when they have really small dicks to be like,
Right.
oh no, it gets a lot
wait
bigger.
a minute. But you know, in fairness, I have seen some dudes go from like pretty unimpressive looking soft dick to like gigantic, fucking huge, massive hard dick. So I guess there is something to it. But like, yeah, I feel like most of the time that's not really the case.
Yeah, it's like a random disparity that shouldn't even really be a thing. Like growers and showers. It's like,
I was talking to Coolman. I don't care who the fuck you were talking to, motherfucker. Use the Ron Jeremy metric, rated 1 out of no way, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I remember Ron Jeremy. He was trying to save that tree in his neighborhood. He was like, I'm trying to save this tree they're trying to chop down. But then like the next thing I heard about him, it's like Ron Jeremy charged with 1 million rapes. It's like, why does Ron Jeremy need to rape people? Like, he's Ron Jeremy. Like, couldn't he just get any sex he wanted? Like, what? I don't understand that.
I bet that also fucked up his tree campaign.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that tree got chopped down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to jail, and his childhood tree that he loved is like being destroyed. So it's like, all right. I guess when it rains, it pours, man.
Right. It's actually like bad for the tree keeping up lobby too, because if they keep it up now, they like rape or something. So
yeah,
it's like now a political statement.
You want to keep up the rape tree? Come on. That tree symbolizes the erect penis of a rapist. It's like, oh no.
Oh man, there was a lot of shit that happened in like 70s, 80s, 90s porn, I guess, where like they were just too rough with the girls to the point where it like crossed a line.
Right. You know, I mean, I'm sure that's probably true. I mean, like you just look at the 70s in general as an era, and you know, like it's a harder time, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you just watch movies from the 70s, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. So I have like kind of this running meme where I always just like I talk about murder being legal in the 70s. Just like, yeah, you know, I killed a bunch of people, but it was back in the 70s when murder was legal. You know, but it's kind of like based in like just like my affinity. I have a stronger affinity for like 80s movies, but like I also like 70s shit. And the 70s shit is always like super gritty and just like bleak. Even if you watch like silly movies from the 70s, like, I don't know, like Logan's Run or something, it's always like pretty dark and like dystopian. Taxi Driver, yeah, it's a 70s flick. 70s was a 10-year-long snuff film. Pretty much true.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess I've not seen too much 70s porn. I'll tell you this. I think the first porn I ever saw was probably from the 70s. I think it was. If it wasn't, it had the spirit of the 70s.
The spirit of the 70s.
Right. Because I remember I was like, I don't know, I was like 9, 10 years old or something. I'm not going to answer your question, Coleman, but I will put it on the screen because I'm on something else right now. I'm not answering some stupid Muppet shit, but whatever. No, if there was like I remember I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I was over at my friend Nick's house, and he had like a friend who was like a teenager, like his neighbor was a teenager who had like some VHS porno tapes, and he let us have some. And I remember it was really weird too, because I was like I said, I was like 8 or 9 or whatever the fuck, and the porn was like based on like fairy tales. So I was like, as like a kid still, I was like very familiar with the stories, but I like, you know, this is like very different twist on the stories, right? So the thing I don't remember anything else that happened. I remember 2 things from it. I remember seeing penis in vagina for the first time and being like, huh, that is very odd looking. I enjoy this, but I'm not sure why. And then the other thing I remember is, there's a dude with a big old 70s style bushy ass mustache. It's like one of those huge fucking 70s stashes, right? And he's wearing the grandma bonnet. They're doing Little Red Riding Hood, right? And I even as a kid, I knew exactly where it was fucking going. He's like, you know, Grandma, what big eyes you have, you know, like it's like, you know, she's gonna be like, Grandma, what a big fucking throbbing dick you have, right? And, you know, he could have just said the better to fuck you with, my dear, but he said the better to rape you with, my dear. And I was like,
Oh
whoa.
my God. So that's the 70s fucking vibe.
Right. And I'm just like, God damn. And then I'm watching her suck it. I'm like 9 years old watching this, and I'm seeing the dick suck scene, and I'm like, why didn't she just bite it off? Like, I don't get it. If she's being raped right now, like, I mean, he's pretty vulnerable. I think I see what to do, you know?
Yeah, I would imagine
you know,
that would be what you would do.
you know, but I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, I didn't really get the whole, you know, like, this is supposed to be like a fantasy kind of thing at the time.
Yeah.
You know, probably I was definitely too young to see that sort of material, but, you know, hey, it happened.
I mean, my first fucking porn was like horse versus girl. So
there you go.
my fucking, maybe that's why I like big dick. I don't know, but my friends sucked back then, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. You just like chances are you're gonna have very little control. I guess maybe now it's different. I don't know how it is for like the Zoomers and shit. But back in my day, you had very little control over like what kind of porn you saw. You couldn't like have a fetish or something because, you know, it was all still magazines and shit. And like to the limited extent that there was internet, it was like you went to a website, and if you wanted to watch, like, if you wanted to look at a picture, that was like,
oh man.
You know, so like come back in 3 minutes, and you'll be able to look at whatever image there is there.
Yeah, I'm glad that's not a thing anymore, where the internet fucking companies advertise like, look, you can load one picture almost instantly. It's like, oh, thank God that's a thing now.
Yeah. And like if there was video, but it was like you could not like stream it, you had to download it. And then it was like this big, it was like postage stamp size, and it was fucking grainy as fuck, and you could like kind of squint and be like, I think someone's fucking. Maybe. I think that's the chick. I don't know.
Oh man.
I also remember, you know, back when I was younger, fucking watching like scrambled TV channels. You know, like
What's
on the.
that?
Oh, it's like you know, like they had these like I don't know how old you are, but there's like cable boxes and shit on the TVs back. Everyone used to have like little cable box.
Yeah.
And if you didn't pay for a channel, like you could still go to the channel. It was just scrambled. It was like the signal was like scrambled, but like some stuff came through still.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh.
So like there would be, you know, like on Cinemax and stuff, they'd play like some softcore porn and shit late at night. So you know, I would go on the fucking scan channel and just like wait on the fucking, because like sometimes the picture would kind of clear up for a second, and you'd be like, oh, I think I saw a tit, you know? And it's just like, you know, I can't imagine, you know, now it's like tits on demand, anything you want, but you know.
Oh, how are kids gonna grow up after that? Fucking
I don't know.
Desensitized for sure.
I mean, I remember I used to sell porno magazines when I was in school. I used to be like, because you could do, I mean, you couldn't even fucking do that now. But like, they used to be how I made my comic book money. So like, yeah, because I was a comic book nerd, but I didn't really have any. My fucking family was broke at that point. I actually grew up a rich kid until the age of 12, but then after that, my family was poor as fuck. So if I wanted to read comic books, I pretty much had to figure out some kind of hustle. So the hustle I figured out was I can fucking buy pornos at this like corner deli that doesn't give a shit and doesn't card me, and I can go sell it to people at school. So
that's actually a good racket.
It was, because I could way upcharge.
Yeah, because the scarcity.
Yeah, well, it's the only fucking and the cool thing was I had a whole little racket going where I didn't fucking try to like broaden the market. I just found like a handful of perverts that would fucking do it, you know? And like I had like fucking 10, 15. And like the thing is, I'd buy it back from them too afterwards. I'd be like, yeah, I'll take it back from you.
And then just like resell it out.
Yeah.
The pages stuck together and shit.
I'm sure they were, you know, but like, hey, you know, beggars can't be choosers, right?
Oh man.
That was good stuff.
That's funny. That's actually
TJ invented comic porn. I did not invent it, but I just sold it. I used to love Hustler back in the day. That was like the one that I liked the best because the crude humor in it It was very politically incorrect, and they would do like very early photoshops of like celebrities and stuff. I remember I was like flipping through Hustler when I was a kid, and there was like a Atlantis Morissette sucking dick, and they're like, yeah, Atlantis Horissette or whatever the fuck.
Oh my, imagine that today. That would be such a fucking problem.
I know, like they would never fucking do that. I mean, you could fucking probably find it somewhere, but like, you know.
Oh yeah, they got the deep fake shit and stuff, but they're not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
publish it in like a magazine.
Yeah, they're not gonna be like, hey, we're a giant corporation that stands by this. You know?
Yeah, right. Like, oh, I didn't even know they did that. I know I always wanted to be in Hustler back when I like did the full-time modeling shit. I didn't want to be in Playboy. I wanted to be in Hustler because I always liked towing the line between like being like the pretty naked whatever and then just being like the fuck doll or whatever. And I felt like Playboy was a little too pretty, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely had some fucking very pretty women in there. I remember I have like a few vintage Playboys kicking around here. They're like from the fucking really old days of Playboy, and like there's barely any fucking pictures in those things.
Yeah.
Like, there's like that was just kind of like we'll have some nudes in here every now and then, but like mostly Playboy was like about other stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is like not really a porno magazine at this point. This is more like a normal magazine that just has some topless women in it now and then.
Yeah, I was looking at them because there's a bunch of like antique places down here in downtown fucking Vegas, and I was looking at one of them, and it was just basically like the first like alpha male, like, oh look, you can travel, you can do this and that. This is how you make money. It was like that kind of shit, like just articles of that kind of shit.
It
and
was
then
like a Men's
tits.
Health or a GQ or something like that.
Yeah,
with tits in it. And you know, the cool thing about Playboy is actually a lot of fucking writers got their start. I mean, not their start, but like, you know, a lot of writers fucking would not have made it if not for Playboy, because they used to publish a lot of short stories, and they paid better than pretty much anyone else in the market. You know, you could get like $2,000 for a short story back in like the 70s, which I don't know what that would be today. It'd be like getting like, I don't know, 5,000 or more by now, probably. Yeah. Probably more than that, honestly, with inflation. Two of my favorite YouTubers having a discussion. Also liked your talk with Demon Mama. Keep it up, TJ. Yeah, I'd like to have more discussions with people. I'd like to have like more of these like discussion things on this channel. I like kind of these loose conversations that don't really have like a set structure. Like I came here without a plan. I'm just like, I could like have written out some questions or something and been like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. I figured it'd be more interesting to just fucking talk and see where the conversation goes. Oh, I think you might find this interesting. I saw today an article that said Dodge is discontinuing the Charger and the Challenger.
What?
They're saying no more muscle cars. We're done with that. No. That era is over. And they're introducing their new EV car because that's the future and shit. But the marketing department at Dodge must be the stupidest motherfuckers on the face of the earth, because instead of giving this new EV a cool sounding name, it's literally called the Ho. The Ho. Yeah. Spelled how? H-O. H-O. Yeah. What? I'm like, what? Oh my God, that's awful. You're getting rid of the Challenger and the Charger, two like classic Americana cars, and replacing it with an EV called the Ho. It's like, this is not, what are you fucking thinking, guys? All right, that's actually probably good though, because that means it won't work out. They'll go back to doing the normal shit and we'll be fine. Yeah. I've always wanted a Challenger. They can't do this to me. Oh. Well, you better get it. You better get it now. I know, right? Fuck, dude. That's horrible. Why? I have no fucking idea. I get it. I get that, you know, like gasoline is like going fucking bye-bye and shit. Like it's too fucking hard to maintain. It's getting too expensive. There's less and less fucking all the time. And, you know, like, obviously, like we're fucking, every company is making strides to do this EV shit, but like, instead of fucking doing that, shouldn't you be working on like, we're gonna fucking figure out a way to make a fucking solid EV Charger and Challenger, rather than being like, nah, we're gonna make the Ho. It's like, what? Why? Yeah, well, they tried to make the fucking electric Jeep, and it's the same shit. Like, it has really bad. You basically still have to do like full gas. Like the charge is just shit. They really need to like do something with making electric vehicles more, because isn't it like really expensive? Like they break down a lot. It's really expensive to fix them, and then like it's still bad for the environment somehow. I don't remember exactly how. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Exposing the batteries or something like that. The batteries are really pretty hard. Bad. Yeah. Well, so like it's way harder to put out an EV fire because the lithium or some
Yeah.
element of the batteries like burns much more. I don't know what the word would be, but like much more sustainably of a fire than like a gasoline fire. Couldn't Dodge make electric Charger and Challenger? Yeah, I mean that's what I just said, but you know, like Ford's putting out electric trucks that are getting pretty good reviews. They can haul a lot, but the problem with those trucks is like the towing capacity is fine, so they can obviously get the power in it, but it's hard. Like it can't do it over fucking very long distances. So if you got long haul fucking shit to do, which, you know, my family works in construction and shit, so we got a lot of times their jobs are like 3 hours away from where they fucking live, more sometimes. Sometimes they got to do a long trek to get to where they're going because you got to go where the work is, and sometimes the work is 3-4 hours away. And if you got a fucking truck that needs to haul shit all that way, and it fucking has a battery that only lasts like 2 or 3 hours, you know, you're not gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
that's what that shit.
That's what my friend with the electric Jeep says. It's like it lasts like not long at all, and then you got to go back to gas, like if you're going anywhere. So it sucks.
So I mean, like that's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, you know, new technology tends to be you know, a little shaky. I think probably these problems will be solved eventually, but like, I don't know. Fools rush in, right?
Yeah, we're going in the right direction. It's just like it's not good enough yet, you know.
But the problem is too is like, you know, even if you fucking have these electric cars, a lot of the fucking electricity is still coming from fucking coal plants and other places like that. So it's like you're not really doing the environment much of a favor at this point. You know, like it's not like you're still fucking doing a lot of fucking emissions. Electric cars still use tires that can contaminate waterways. Building requires lots of fossil fuels with the mining and production, right? So like this is not some like, wow, we've really solved this, you know. Maybe it's better. I don't know. You'd have to fucking sit there and maybe long term, you know, it'll be more sustainable. But yeah, it's not like this is not some like grand solution to all of our fucking woes or something that some people seem to like tout it as.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with the bleeding heart people that are like, oh, the environment or oh, this and that. It's like they only see like the surface level stuff. They don't actually see that a lot of it behind the scenes is just as bad, or it isn't fleshed out yet enough for it to be viable. And they're just kind of like, yeah, but what about the environment? Or we got to start now. It's like, okay, but how? Like, make a good plan and then we can do this. I'm all for that.
TJ, what are your favorite veggies for crudité? Using the Dr. Oz memes there. Do you love broccoli and raw asparagus too? Also, did Tara used to be a man or something? If Tara used to be a man, she's fucking doing a goddamn good job of not being a man anymore.
I mean, I used to be a tomboy, so.
I've never done, you know, I don't know. I think if you're going on 8 mile hikes and you like to ride in Jeeps, you're probably still a tomboy.
Oh yeah, I'm still there.
But crudité, yeah, I honestly, until Dr. Oz put that ad out, I had no idea that was called crudité or whatever the fuck it is.
I thought it's crudité.
Whatever. Like I said, I have no fucking idea.
I don't even know what that is. I just know how to say it.
I just always called it a veggie plate. It's like, it's a veggie plate. You know? That's what I call it. I don't call it fucking crudité, cruda nothing. Fuck all that. But yeah, I don't fucking eat that shit. You know, I'm not like a big vegetable fan. I'll eat them, but yeah, I'm not into it. I'm more into like meats and starches and shit. I try to do like some more greens and stuff to get some fiber in my diet, but meh.
Yeah, you know, like, I started eating really fucking clean with this new dude that I'm with, and then I realized that, like, you know, the FODMAP diets and shit, where it's like a lot of that shit that's healthy for you just destroys your stomach, like gastrointestinally, and it's like, oh my god, like I have to worry about that now too, because like if I eat a lot of asparagus or Brussels sprouts, like I just have cramps like all day, and it's like, oh, I'm eating healthy, but it's destroying me from the inside out.
Take my money, I will. You know, the thing is, I don't know. I don't know if I should say this or not. I guess it's probably not a big deal, but you know, my wife has like tons of gas, right? So like pretty much anything she eats, like if she eats vegetables and stuff, that's like really bad for that. Luckily though, I have a stomach of iron, so I can pretty much eat anything and be fine. Like I can eat like something greasy and nasty and that's fine. I can eat a bunch of vegetables. Like I never have any problems pretty much with my stomach. Sometimes I'll have heartburn, esophageal shit, but like even then, pretty rare. So I don't know. I don't mess with it. It's fine with me. I just don't like the taste. So I do like Brussels sprouts, but like every time I like a vegetable, it's like I look at the way I cook the vegetable and I'm like, well, that's why I like it though. Because like if I cook Brussels sprouts, it's like, all right, step 1, cover Brussels sprouts in like wrap them in bacon and you know, sprinkle some cheese on, you know, like so it's like, okay, well, yeah, you don't like Brussels sprouts. You like the bacon fat and cheese that they have absorbed, you know?
Yeah, just like the bar food Brussels sprouts. Oh, those are so good. They
One
just
thing
put like all kinds of shit on them.
Yeah, like now that I'm tracking my macros, I realize that I eat a lot of fat. Like carbs, I definitely eat a lot of those too, but I'm able to control that. But like fat, I eat a ton of that. And that's why I guess they say that's why my fucking triglyceride is so high or whatever the fuck. Cause like I eat too much fats, but goddamn, I love them. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're too good.
I had that problem too, like the it's like high cholesterol, but that one type of cholesterol or whatever. They say it's from like cheese or a lot of drinking.
I don't really drink, so it must be the cheese.
Yeah.
I do a
Yeah,
lot
for
of
me
cheese.
it was the cheese. I would always have like fucking pizza as cheat meals and just like full ass cheese and
Oh yeah.
I'm a cheese person.
Oh my god, yes. Cheese is fucking god tier. I've been
Oh my
trying
God,
to cut down, but like I don't know, even like I don't know, everything I eat is high in fat. Like everything I really like is super high fat stuff. Like I like bacon. I like fucking really high fat yogurts like Skyr and shit with like a lot of fucking whole milk kind of stuff. I like every kind of cheese under the sun. You know, I don't know. There's this every. If I cook any vegetable, I'm gonna drown it in like whatever the fattiest oil I can find is. You know, so it's like I just load everything with fucking fat. More jokes, TJ, please. I will joke when it's like, I don't know, when they come to me. I'm not gonna like force jokes.
I don't even know how to force jokes.
Yeah. So I see you got a Super Mario Brothers 3 thing back there. I know you do some gaming. Do you more do like modern games or like retro shit or what?
I do both. I really like indie games because it's the retro feel, but with like modern shit. Because when you play some of the stuff, especially when you get earlier than the Super Nintendo, it can be like painful. Just like, you know, the UI and stuff. It's just like painful to use, you know. So like I like the indie shit because they'll just like basically take stuff like Zelda or like a dungeon crawler, like a roguelike, and just make it with like really good graphics and really controllable character instead of like lag and all this shit.
Yeah.
So I like that, but I
used
play
to
everything.
I was a big fucking fan of Legend of Zelda when I was like a kid and stuff. And I try to pick that shit up as an adult and be like, yeah, I'm going to play the original Legend of Zelda again. I'm like, man, this fucking thing is hard.
Yeah.
How the fuck did I play this as a kid? I don't fucking have the patience for this anymore. I can't fucking do this. I don't know.
They're well suited to that shit.
Yeah, because I probably just sit there and just play it and play it and play it. You're awesome. Love you both. Yeah. Suck our dicks a little harder, whatever. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I kind of feel you on that retro, like the retro style where it's like, yeah, modern responsiveness, but you know, the old aesthetic.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I kind of lost interest in video games once everything stopped being like side-scrolling platformer style. Like,
same. I was actually like, I was viscerally fucking angry when they made like a fucking 3D Mario. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, get this shit out of my face. Like, it was like Galaxy or something. I'm like, get this shit out of my fucking face. Like, different planes. I have to go like depth in why? You know, like I like the fucking side-scrolling like platformers. Like, that's my shit.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. That was always kind of like, and then I don't know. I'm just like not much of a gamer now because I just miss that shit. I know they still make some stuff, and I've played a few of them like here and there, but you know, I've never been able to get really back into the whole gaming scene. It's like too much of a time sink for me. I'm just like, ugh, got so much other shit to do. This feels like a waste of time. But I guess a lot of people, it's like their main fucking thing, you know? It's like what they like to do. But for me, there's like a bunch of shit I'd rather do.
Yeah, for me, there's also like the type of genre of like modern games that I like a lot is like I don't know if you've heard of like Detroit Become Human, stuff where there's
Uh-huh.
like a illusion of choice so that you're like basically just playing a movie, because I find it to be deeper than a movie because it's longer and you can make choices, and better than a TV show because you're controlling it. So for
Yeah.
me, that would be my ideal pastime. Instead of sitting on the couch watching Netflix, I would rather do that.
I agree with you to an extent. The thing about that is though, is like I find I don't really watch as much TV as I used to. I still watch a pretty decent amount, but like I definitely don't fucking like sit in front of the TV like I used to. But like when I do that, I feel like it's usually when I'm at the point where I just want my brain to fucking shut up and I'm like, just stop. Like, can we
Yeah.
just, I just want to fucking park my ass in front of this and like let this thing do its work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I would do like 30 minutes before bed, and then on the weekends just eat an edible and just like lay there and not want to like move my hands or think or be good at stuff.
I do not really play D&D except for when it's like being recorded to do a show on. Other than that, I don't like play it recreationally or for fun, but I don't know about Terra.
I have never played it. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to, but I just never have.
It's pretty fun, but it could never be a hobby for me because there's just too much like math and shit involved.
I can't do math.
It feels too much like work. I'm just like, why do I have to sit here and do equations? I'm not, you know, I'm not into it. Like
Yeah.
if there's someone who's sitting next to me that's gonna like do the math for me, I guess that's fine. But I don't feel like sitting there and figuring out like touch AC and like plus this minus that, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I'm a very visual person too, and that's a lot of like imagination, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
It's like difficult for me to do. I used to play Magic the Gathering competitively. That was still too much math for me, but yeah, that was more my
Well,
thing.
I could never even figure that motherfucker out. So like people
Really?
Yeah,
I went
like
to like tournaments and shit.
I was like in the schoolyard and shit. There'd be like a group of fucking nerds gather around playing Magic the Gathering and shit. I'd go over there and be like, whoa, how you play? And then someone explain it to me. I'd be like, well, I don't get it. See you guys later. You know, like.
Yeah, it's really fucking, it's confusing for sure.
Yeah, it's like basically, I'm not like, when I really think about it, I'm really not much into games in general. Like, if there's a game, it better be simple and fucking straightforward because I don't have the patience for a bunch of fucking rules and shit. Probably the most complicated game that I can even wrap my head around is chess. And even then, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. give me Scrabble. I don't know. Give me Scrabble. I'll do Scrabble.
Oh, I like Scrabble. I'm a word person.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not a numbers person at all. I hate it.
But you know what sucks is I have this fucking stepdad who's you know, like a very like Trumpy right winger kind of dude, super into that kind of stuff, and like not a very big vocabulary, but he's pretty fucking smart strategically. So he'll kick your ass in Scrabble with the fucking most basic bitch words you've ever fucking seen in your life, just because he can play that fucking board. He knows how to fucking hit them triple word scores just right. He's saving up them big letters, you know. Fucking fucking kicking your ass with like cat and shit. It's like, what?
Oh, you know what I play every day religiously though? It's this fucking thing on the New York Times website called Wordle.
Oh yeah, I got into that for a minute.
Yeah, I'm still doing it every single day. I have a group chat with like 3 of my friends who are just like, oh yeah, 4 out of 6. You know?
So what happened is, you know, I saw everyone doing it, and I was like looking for it online. I found some knockoff version, but instead of it being a daily thing, they just let you like just do them, just barrel through.
Yeah,
you know?
There's like an app or something
Right,
that kills it.
Right. Well, that's what killed it for me because I sat there and played it so fucking much. I played it for like 4 days straight, and then I never have touched it since. I'm like, I'm done.
You can't fucking do that. You got to go day by day and have the same word with everyone, and there's the community and the camaraderie about it. Like,
right. So yeah, but like, see, that's the problem is I didn't connect to that. I just fucking like normal. I ruined it by fucking binging it to death until it was fucking totally dead to me, and now I'm just like, meh.
Yeah,
horrible, go away.
If there's anything that illustrates that whole like adage where it's like, oh, too much of a good thing can be whatever the fuck, it's that. Because I think, oh, too much of good food, no, I love that shit. Too much sex, nope, can't do it. But like this, too much Wordle. There's definitely a too much Wordle.
Yeah. You're right about the too much food. I mean, like the only point where you get too much food is not even because it's like, oh, I'm sick of eating this delicious. It's just like I can no longer physically do this anymore.
Yeah, or like some long-term thing where it's like, oh, now I'm unhealthy and die and ugly or whatever, you know.
Right. Well, this
like
is
that's
fucking, yeah, this is fucking, I mean, like when I I mean, I would have so much more money right now if I didn't get like the expensive like food taste that I had. Because I think about how much of like the money I made back in the day went to, because I would literally just like go to restaurants and spend like fucking $600 or something, you know? Like I just like, as like not for any special occasion or anything, like it would just be like a normal fucking like, I'm gonna go out to a fancy restaurant and fucking drop $600 on like a bunch of food and wine and shit, you know?
Oh, I do that now. I used to never be fancy. Now I just
Oh my god, it'll fucking that'll fucking drain your money faster than goddamn. And it's for something you can't even. It's not even like an asset that sits in your house, like maintaining or accruing any value or anything. It's just like it literally turns into shit. So it's like
Oh, the worst ones I've been to are the ones where like it's a fancy dinner, but before that we went and did some shit, and I'm like drunk and I don't even remember it. Like.
Yeah.
It's just like $600 on a fucking like some fucking Japanese Wagyu fucking steak that I don't remember. Very sad.
We used to do these meetups and stuff. We had like we did them on Drunken Peasants. We just still do them on DFF. We stopped because of the COVID thing. We just haven't done any since then. Although I think it's probably fine to do by now. I mean, it seems like we've given up on any sort of like attempt to contain that. So it's like whatever, fuck that. So like now. I'm wanting to do another meetup, but like I remember the last one I did. What happens, because basically what it consists of is like we do like a little like kind of stage show kind of thing, but like mostly it's about like hanging out with people and drinking and stuff. And so many people bought me fucking drinks, and I'm like, thinking I'm like invincible or whatever the fuck. So like basically I remember doing the stage show, and then I remember like maybe like 5 minutes of being out there in the crowd, and I guess that from that point on, I was just like, I mean, obviously I wasn't drunk in 5 minutes, but like the amount of drunk that I got wiped out pretty much anything else,
Yeah.
Like they literally fucking like my friend Galen had a wheelchair there for some stupid fucking reason. And they literally had to like ride me out in that wheelchair, like sneak me out the back in the wheelchair, because I'm trying to like steal people's shit. I'm like trying to grab this dude's shirt and be like, that's my shirt. Give me that shirt.
Oh my God. You're like a nuisance when you're drunk.
Oh my. I'm a fucking 6 foot fucking fucking orangutan nuisance that just like barrels through shit. Oh my God. And I was staying at like a really fancy hotel. I was like, staying at like the Royal Sonesta or something in New Orleans in the French Quarter. It's like really ritzy and all this bullshit, like 4-star bullshit. Everyone else is staying like a more modest accommodations, but I'm like trying to be like Mr. Superstar or whatever the fuck. So anyway, me and my wife fucking barrel into this hotel, and she's like down, like I'm like obliteratedly destroyed drunk, just like, and she is like covered in fake blood for some reason. Like she just like doused herself in fake blood. So like drunk, crazy fucking giant and like girl covered in blood shamble into the Royal Sonesta like, and they stop like, whoa. Are you guests of the hotel? Yeah, I'm probably screaming some incoherent gibberish. Chelsea's fucking sober enough to be telling them something. I don't even know what the fuck she told. I have no remembrance of this at all. I don't even have like the vaguest memory of it. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. But yeah, so I decided like next time I do a meetup, I will accept drinks from people, but I'm definitely doing like a limit because
yeah, that's smart.
Oh my God, the worst thing I ever did though. I was fucking horrible. I still feel bad about it sometimes this day. And it's really weird for me to feel bad about something too. Because I usually fuck them. But like this one, actually, I feel bad for. This dude came to our meetup and he had this thing on his head. It's on the back of his head. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing on the back of your fucking head? He's like, don't touch that. It's my cochlear implant. And I'm like, I just pull it out. He's like, ah! I'm like, oh shit.
My God.
What have I done? What have I fucking done?
What?
I never knew if that guy fucking, I don't even know if he came back. I don't know if he fucking ever forgave me for that or if he ever even listened to me again. But man,
Can he listen to you?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously he's got a cochlear implant. He can hear shit with that, but like, oh man.
Not once you pull it out.
Well, yeah, but you know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. I was drunk. TJ is a horrible fucking person. That's all I can say. The guy has PSD to say. I have PSD. I feel fucking really bad, but I guess he was the victim, so whatever.
No, you were the victim. You have to live with having done
I
that.
have to live with the guilt of it. So really, who suffered more? You know.
Oh man.
Yeah, pulled away. It's like if you're deaf. I thought they were in your ear. I didn't know they put them on the back of your goddamn head. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not familiar with the fucking logistics of it, but I pulled it out of his fucking head, and I guess it was a really bad thing to do. And yeah, sorry to that guy for the 5 millionth time.
Holy shit.
You know, I was hoping like he would reach out and be like, "It's cool, dude. I understand," but that never happened. I don't know.
He should have sued you, honestly.
Yeah, you know, he probably would have had a fucking case.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I don't know. That was with those meetups, it was kind of always like the atmosphere was always sort of like, you know, you come at your own risk kind of shit. It's like going to a G.G. Allen concert. Well, not that hardcore, but still. You know, if you come, you know, some shit might happen.
Yeah. I don't know how well that holds up though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. You guys should come do that in Vegas.
Yeah. I always wanted to do a Vegas one.
Yeah, that would be wild. Vegas is fun. It has like some of the best fucking food in the world too.
Yeah, plus Vegas is the one place I said that if I go, I can still smoke a cigarette. So
yeah, there you go. A reason to come down once in a while.
Right. Because I always, you know, the problem was I was like, oh, you know, I'm like, I realize like I want to quit cold turkey, but it's like too sad to accept that I've had my very last cigarette. So I'm like, you know, I need to come up with some kind of like crazy exception. And I'm like, you know, if I'm in Las Vegas, I can smoke cigarettes. That's the rule I came up with.
Yeah.
So if I go to
that's
Vegas,
actually really cool.
So I go to Vegas, I'll smoke. You know, and I'm like, people are like, well, what if you start fucking smoke? I'm sure I'll want to, but like I quit before, so I don't see why I wouldn't be able to just quit again, you know?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
you know,
it's more like the thing you were talking about where like you have to still eat food, but you don't have to smoke anymore. So once you leave, you just know that you can't, you know,
right.
And then it's much easier.
And the thing about habits is like habits are triggered by like environmental stimulus and stuff. So like once you leave and if you do something in one environment and then go to another environment, it's a lot easier to quit than if you were doing that thing in that environment, you know?
Yeah.
Worst TJ is in Vegas. Probably not. No, I mean the worst TJ is definitely like when I'm drunk. So I just try not to get drunk anymore because like, yeah, it's just I get too rambunctious. Like all of the fucking crazy shit that's like supposed to be deep down inside comes to the surface and starts running amok.
You're like a fucking satyr.
Oh yeah. I just did an episode on satyrs on fucking Monday on my podcast. Yeah,
really? I love satyrs. I'm fascinated by that.
I did an episode on satyrs and Pez.
What's Pez?
Pez, you know, Pez candies.
Oh,
yeah.
That was too random. I was like, what's Pez? All right, hold on. I have to pee. I'll be right back.
All right, you go ahead. You have my permission. So yeah, I did an episode on satyrs on Monday. You guys can check it out if you fucking didn't see it, because satyrs are pretty fucking nuts, you know. And actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but like the reason that Satan is often depicted as having horns and like cloven hooves is because of satyrs. Like satyrs actually were kind of like as Christianity spread through the land and stuff, and they wanted to, you know, vilify pagan religions. A lot of the imagery from paganism was, you know, appropriated into satanic imagery. So that's the reason that you see like a lot of goats, you know, like Black Phillip here associated with Satan. That's the reason why you see, you know, a lot of these like Satan a lot of times with cloven hooves. I work in Casino Vegas. And I hear people tell me all the time they only smoke when they gamble. Yeah, because the thing is, I don't think I could sit there at the roulette wheel and have the focus to play roulette if I wasn't smoking. But I have heard that even Vegas is trying to like clean up their smoking stuff. So like, I better get there soon before like they fucking ruin that. Because like, I'll tell you what, if there's one place on this earth that you should be allowed to smoke indoors, it's definitely fucking Las Vegas, bro. I mean, it's just like, you can't fuck with that. Like, that's the one place where motherfuckers should be able to fucking smoke cigarettes, okay? Like, no one should be, you know, We didn't get to see Tara stand up. That's because she's not even wearing pants. You know, she can't be showing that off because, you know, she's not even wearing pants right now. She's just like totally bottomless, you know, so that's why she has to shut the camera off to leave the room, you know. I loved your Andrew Tate video, Intellectual Titans. I don't even remember that video, honestly. I honestly still don't know who Andrew Tate is. I just made that video for clicks. Didn't even really get him. You know, I'm so mad too. I'm thinking, man, I'm so mad that my fucking Twitter account has not been restored. I don't know if I'm going to get it back. Because I've fucking filed so many fucking appeals to get my Twitter account back, and I've yet to fucking, like, they just keep sending me the same generic bullshit over and over again that I've already refuted. But I'm just like getting so pissed about it.
How'd you lose it?
The dumbest fucking shit ever. I called someone a gringo. Like, I'm white, man. What the fuck? I can't call a motherfucker a gringo? Like, what?
Oh my God.
What, you think I'm some kind of like Mexican supremacist or something? Give me a break.
That's weird.
I know. I'm just like, fuck you, Twitter. And the fucking time before that I got suspended, like that wasn't the permanent suspension, but the time before that I got fucking suspended for calling someone a cracker. So I was like, God damn it, I'm not racist against white people. I'm white. I'm fucking white, and I don't fucking have a problem with us. All right.
You just need to stop doing that because apparently that's the worst.
Yeah, apparently you can't fucking do it. Jesus Christ. I see some crazy shit on Twitter. Fucking Salman Rushdie got fucking stabbed in the goddamn head, and a bunch of fucking people on there like, good. They're fine. Their accounts are still there. What about my fucking shit? Give me a break, man.
The fucking algorithm is bad. It just looks for specific words and not like sentiments.
That's the thing, is I feel like a human being has still not looked at my fucking case because I filed like 4 appeals at this point, and I've literally got the same generic response back every single fucking time, and I cannot figure out how to get to a human being at Twitter. I'm like, is there anybody that actually works here? Can I talk to a human?
Every social media has that problem. Like, I have this problem now on YouTube where, let's say I get, you know, demonetized, the little like, you know, yellow money thing. If I appeal that, they'll take away my entire partner program. Like, they'll just be like, oh, you are no longer fit to be in the partner program because of sexually gratifying content.
Who
I'm like,
did this?
okay, this is YouTube.
Oh,
so
shit.
every single time I'll lose my partner program. So I just like let everything be. I don't review anything. I don't request a review for any of the demonetized shit. And I've actually had it for months now, finally.
So
again.
wait,
but
they say
I just keep getting fully demonetized, like taken out of the partner program.
They say you're adult content on what basis? Because you fucking have big tits or what?
Yeah, it just says like a large portion of your content is sexually gratifying, and I'm like,
so what?
Yeah,
it's not porn. I mean, like,
yeah,
you have like some sex advice stuff and things, but it's like all within the confines of like acceptability. I would imagine, like, there's nothing on your channel that would be rated anything stronger than R if it was like a movie.
I mean, R is even like fucking nipples out and shit. I don't even do that. Like,
right.
Obviously.
But I mean, like, you curse stuff. I mean, you say fuck, right?
Yeah.
Or no,
sure.
I don't know. Because I know some people.
I never started bleeping. I can't fucking do that.
Well, I did bleep myself for a while, but that was during a different era of YouTube. Yeah. TJ should know customer service is not designed to service. Well, I mean, obviously, pretty fucking blatantly, just like a fucking circle jerk. But like, yeah, I don't know. I might have to start a new Twitter account, and then I'm gonna have to do that stupid bullshit that every fucking buddy with a banned Twitter has to do and be like, this is my friend's Twitter account.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
You just make up a new identity.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking just start a Lance Sloan Twitter or something. What's TJ's real name? My name is Thomas James Kirk. That's my real name. The third, technically.
Sounds like a Mexican supremacist name, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Since when is sexually gratifying a negative thing? Since fucking, I don't know. Since America was a puritanical fucking weird ass country with a backwards ass view of fucking sex, basically. For some reason, I don't know.
It's really weird how demonized it is. I don't know. Still, like, really? Like, everything else is fine. Like, you can fucking watch a dude get beheaded basically on YouTube, but like, fucking God forbid.
We're still just weird. And then like, I still see people out there saying like, man, all this sexual liberation's gone too far. It's like, it hasn't even started. What are you talking about? Like we're still fucking weird and suppressed and fucking like addicted to like titillation, but like scared of actual sexuality, which is why our ads are like fucking littered with like titties and fucking shit. Or at least they used to be. I don't know. Maybe it's like a little more PC now.
It's way more PC now.
I love the fucking goddamn alliance between the fucking feminists and the fucking puritanical Christians, by the way. That's pretty cool. I like how you guys are fucking, I love how your one area of agreement is like, human sexuality is a horrible thing to be ashamed of. I'm glad you guys got together on that. Pretty cool of you.
I'm pretty ambivalent about everything, pretty much everything, because when I think about it, the reason why sex is so fun is like a little bit because it's taboo, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like if it's just fucking everywhere, like people are going to find something else to latch onto that's more taboo and then say that it's taboo and then that's going to be their favorite thing. I don't know. And then I also wonder about like, I don't know how much I care, but I feel like there are certain things that I don't personally agree with or subscribe to in my personal life that if everyone in the world adopted it, the success rate would be higher. The shit like not religion, I don't think religion is, but shit like religion, where it's like, yeah, people are usually such sheep that if they, you know, took on this kind of thing, it would actually work out for better. But I don't want it, you know, so it's like, it's weird. I don't know where I stand on like most shit.
Yeah, I guess I don't really understand what you were saying there. Could you,
for instance, you know, like the Ben Shapiro argument where like you need the basic tenets of fucking certain like religions to, and then
like the social
order. Yeah. So like anyone who's like above a certain IQ level or has a certain amount of individuality would probably be better off like choosing their religion or not having a religion or whatever. But like if we actually just like blanket applied it to everyone, maybe society would be better in a way, you know? But I don't want that because I like individuality and I'm a libertarian and everything. But I can admit that maybe certain things would have a good outcome in certain ways.
This is a paradox that I've kind of like struggled with because on one hand, I feel like, yeah, you have to like secure individual liberty and stuff. But on the other hand, I feel like a lot of people are really fucking stupid and then I don't trust them with it. God. So I'm like, I want it for me, but I don't want it for that guy over there. So how do I make that work?
There should be a level of veil that we can throw over the idiots. And then if you like pierce that veil with some kind of like higher intelligence, then okay, you can live your life the way you want to. But this veil is going to stop all the idiots from doing non-lemming idiot things, you know?
Yeah. What's that? Use one of those like, I'm tired of this vape shit. I want like a fucking actual joint. No, yeah, I mean, I actually said something pretty similar the other day, whereas like we need like an idiot land, and then like, you know, I was like, well, what about the poor kids that, you know, get born in idiot land that aren't idiots? Because, you know, two idiots can produce a non-idiot, so it's like, fuck, what do you do about that? And I figured it's like, but they just get the best time of all because you just monitor it, and then like when they turn 18 or whatever, you just be like, surprise, you're a wizard, Harry. You don't have to live here anymore. This fucking shit's not the real world. This is just where we shove the idiots, but you're smart, so you get to be free. Come on out.
Yeah, but I think the problem though is that like people who are smart are also profoundly selfish usually. So it's like that wouldn't be a good outcome either. Like the smart people being able to choose everything because we just do hedonistic shit, right?
I guess I feel like intelligence and selfishness are not necessarily like, I feel like there's a lot of stupid people who are definitely selfish, and I feel like there's a lot of smart people who are pretty altruistic. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to like really think about it. Because I mean, I think about dudes like a Nelson Mandela or something who was like obviously really smart, but pretty fucking selfless. Obviously not completely. I don't think being completely selfless would be a good attribute for a person anyway. I think people have to pursue their own interest because no one is going to put your interest first if you don't, right? So
yeah, but I would say that like the people who appear to be more altruistic are they're more ego driven. So like they like the feeling of being altruistic and being seen as altruistic. So it's still in a sense like a selfish thing. It's just a different brand of it.
I agree with that. And this is one of the reasons why when I get so upset when I see people get mad about like someone being charitable but like making a spectacle of it. I'm like, so what? Like it's still they're still helping, motherfucker. Like if that's what's like better that their ego is stroked that way than by buying a fucking yacht or something, right? So like whatever. Like who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
shouldn't we
had
be
a
pragmatic about this?
I had a revelation about why people like love heroes so much. And it's because like the more society props those people up, the more people are like kind of coerced into being selfless, which is just good for everyone else but them. You know, just kind of like we can use the super altruistic people to our benefit. So let's give them the little gold star so they keep doing that, and then we can just keep using them. I don't know. It just
Oh
feels
yeah. I mean, especially when you talk about like soldiers or like firemen or whatever the fuck bullshit, you know.
yeah, I have like a viscerally negative reaction to people who are like they're really really nice to everyone and really really helpful to everyone. I feel like that's not someone I would want as a partner specifically, because like it's kind of like if you're everyone's friend, you're no one's friend, you know? Like I want
Yeah.
someone who's like kind of a little more selfish, out for themselves, like more logical and stuff, but then like, will do stuff for me because they like me,
It's like
not just because I'm a human.
it's like the difference between like I don't know, like some dogs, you know, are like very like they just love people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I my dog, I love my dog and everything, but like I know that like he could be owned by anybody and love them just as much as he loves me. You
Yes,
know what I
this
mean?
is why I'm not really a dog person.
Yeah.
Because, like, I always see people. Okay, so I love all animals, like, I'm a big animal person, and I like
Right.
dogs, but, like, for me, I like the idea of getting affection from a cat who, like, it's an earned affection, and
Right.
they're independent, they got their own thing going on, but a dog is just like, I need you, I love you," and then the next person, I need you, I love you." Yeah, and that's how I feel about, like, some
Right.
people. It's like, you're not really anybody's dog, you're everybody's dog.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like, well, you know, there's nothing special about it and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like those people, but I kind of agree with you. Is like, I wouldn't really necessarily want that kind of person to be like my partner or something. Like, I wouldn't want that person as like, this is like someone I'm very close to. That's more like, you know, I'm happy to get that person as like, I don't know, a waiter or something, you know, because
Yeah,
then it's
like,
like, oh,
they're
wow,
good
that
to have.
helpfulness really comes in
They're good to
handy.
have in your vicinity as like a,
Right,
especially
but
if
you know,
they're
but
like sycophantic
I'm
to you
sure
or
there's
something
people,
like
I'm
that.
sure there's people who fucking like love being around that kind of person, you know, but like I'm just not that way. Like I'm kind of like the same way where I want someone who's a little bit more difficult so that like it feels more earned. Like, wow, I'm really
Yeah.
special to this person because they treat me better than they treat other people, you know. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
necessarily
probably
want
more of
someone
an
who's
ego thing too.
I don't even necessarily like people who are rude to others, but like yeah, over the top nice helpfulness can be kind of like a weird, a little bit
Yeah.
disconcerting as an attribute. Like I don't know. Like there's something weird about a person that's like genuinely happy all the time. Like it's kind of creepy. You know what I mean? Like I hate to say it because
Yeah.
I mean I'm glad for them. I'm glad that's the way they're wired. It probably is really nice to be that way. But like they're kind of scary. Like I went to
Yeah.
McDonald's. Like so, I went to McDonald's the other day for like some breakfast sandwiches for because I typically go to bed around like 7 or 8 in the morning because I don't know. I can't. I've tried to do more of a human schedule. It just doesn't. I feel horrible. So
Yeah.
I feel way better off sleeping through most of the fucking daylight hours and just being like a night owl. Like I just feel way more myself at that point. I don't know. I think it's just how I'm. I really feel like it's not like it's how I'm wired. I don't know why. I don't know if there's like studies on this or whatever. I'd have to look into it. Um, but anyway, a lot of times if I'm like still, you know, I'm usually still awake when McDonald's opens for breakfast around here, but which is like 6 usually because we don't really have the 24 shit since COVID. They have never gone 24 since then. But anyway, so sometimes I'm usually up at 6, but I usually am not really wanting to go eat something. But if I am, I'm like, I'm gonna go treat myself to this McDonald's breakfast, right? Because I really like their breakfast biscuits and stuff. But anyway, that's all
Best
useless
breakfast.
backstory. What's that?
Best breakfast.
I mean, it really is.
I
It's
love
really fucking
McDonald's
great.
breakfast.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
McDonald's
so fucking
breakfast.
good.
I honestly just wish that was like all they served all day. I don't like. I mean, like the burgers are fine and stuff, but like if I could go to McDonald's and just get breakfast at any time, which I think they did for a while, and then they stopped. At least the ones around here did. I don't know. Makes me
Yeah.
mad, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I went to McDonald's, and I was like, keep in mind, this is like the end of my day. You know, like I'm fixing to eat these biscuits and then fucking go to bed. Like that's my plan. I'm going to grab these biscuits. I'm going to eat them. I'm going to like maybe brush my teeth or whatever the fuck, some kind of stuff like that. And then I'm going to fucking lay down and go to bed. So, but you know, I go to the fucking line and this is fucking 6 in the morning And this dude who fucking greets me is like, you know, like when I go to get the fucking, good morning. I'm like,
Oh my God.
no. I'm just like, yeah, good morning. It's like, fuck off. I don't want it.
Oh my God.
I'm glad you feel that way, though. I'm glad you wake up feeling that way. Because, like, to me, the first 2 hours of my day are just like, I'm like a dead creature that's like, I don't know, like a horrible, nightmarish cave troll kind of thing. Like, it takes me like fucking at least 20 minutes. But for like, if I wake up, it takes me about 20 minutes to get out of bed, no matter what I do. I have to set my alarm way before I need to do anything because like it just takes me that long to even just get out of bed, to work up the willpower to do it. Just like, and then even then, like the first hour or two of my day is just like,
I'm a good morning person. I can do that.
I'm not into it. I hate it. But, you know, once I get going, I'm fine. And, you know, what the fucking hard part is shutting down again. Because, like, honestly, like, going to sleep is a nightmare. I suck at the transition between sleep and waking in general. I feel like I'm not good at going to sleep. Like, if I'm awake, I want to stay awake. If I'm asleep, I want to stay asleep. And there's no good fucking smooth, like, yeah. And now we're up. And there's no, like, now it's time for slumber, you know. It's just like I'm just always like going or fucking stopping. It's like hit a brick wall or I just can't fucking stop going. One of the two. And there's no fucking in between, really, which is very weird. I'm the same too. Yeah, some of us are wired like that, I think. Very bipolar sleep. Yeah,
my fucking my ex is like that. He wants like 16 to 20 hour days and then like sleep fucked up schedule and shit. But I kind of like having the structure because, you know, I'm more of a night owl because I'm like a streamer, you know, so I can easily do the night thing and like playing video games and shit. But like I actually like being forced to be stuck on like a normal schedule where I wake up like 7:30 a.m. and go to bed at like 9 p.m. I actually like it. So it's been good for me.
I always imagined that if I was on it for a reason, like if I somehow, like, I don't know, somehow like found myself forced to be on that schedule, I would probably adjust to it and be like an all-around happier person. Like I feel like I'd be like probably better off in life, but I just I can't do it.
Yeah, it's hard to transition to. It's like very weird.
And like I would feel like such a goddamn, I don't know, I'd feel like a fucking cretinous little faggot going to bed at fucking goddamn 9 o'clock. It's 9:30, time to turn in. It's like, what
That's
am I,
me
Farmer
now.
John?
It's so awful. Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. I want to be awake. This is my favorite time of day. Like, I'm gonna miss these nights.
Oh yeah,
fuck
you know
that.
I loved when I would accidentally, because like I would just shift the schedule all over the place. But I loved it when I accidentally woke up at like 3 a.m. and then like I would be like, oh, I need to go on a hike this day, because when you start going out there and then you see the sunrise, but you're already like awake, it's like really nice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like waking up with the sunrise and going to bed with the night. I like getting a little night and then the sunrise. That's like really cool.
Yeah.
So you feel like a little bit of a vampire and then you kind of come out of your shell.
So my fucking my basic schedule is like I go to bed like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I sleep till like 2 in the afternoon. And then that's pretty much what I do. And that's how I'm happy. So I don't know. But it's like it is hard to transition. I don't know if that has to do with the time zones or what the fuck, but yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of fucking conflicting bullshit.
I don't think I have a lighter actually. Sorry. I wake up at 3 every day, not by choice. Oh, 3 a.m. every day, not by choice. Oh, well, fuck that. Just stay up. I'm not a morning person. I only sleep for like 1 to 4 in the morning. You're going to fucking, I don't know. I don't think that can be done sustainably long term. I think human beings need more sleep than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. How many hours do you sleep a night?
Me? From 9 to 7:30, whatever that is.
So do you feel like you go to sleep pretty fucking easily? Do you feel like you just like your head hits the pillow and it's like bam, sleep comes, or
sometimes, but yeah, I fall asleep easy, but I'll sometimes wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to go back to sleep, and that's like really fucking annoying.
That does suck.
Yeah, I'll just lay there, and I used to pick up my phone and look through my phone, and then I stopped doing that. I like don't keep my phone near the bed anymore, and I still feel like it's just as hard.
My cat's trying to break in. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I always have. I don't know. I always feel like it takes me at least an hour to fall asleep, and it's like the fucking most horrible time of any given day because I'm just like, ugh, this is hideous. Like, this feels like such a waste of fucking my time because, like, I don't know. There's so much stuff I could be doing, but then I'm like, TJ, you're fucking tired, dude. You can't do anything. Like, if you try to do something right now, you would find yourself like completely inept at it because you're tired. You just need to sleep. And then it's like, I'll listen to these fucking like sleep meditations sometimes, and they just piss me off. Like, they're supposed to relax me, but they don't. It's like, all right, now you're going to focus on your breathing.
Oh my God.
Inhale all of the good feelings of the universe. And then exhale all of your woes. You are now relaxed. Like, no, I'm not. Fuck you.
You should do creepy ASMR. That would be great.
Yeah, dude, I did. One time I tried to do a like a nightmare inducing because I like nightmares. I'm not against them. I think they're cool. It's like a little horror movie in like your dreams. It's like personalized to your own fears and stuff. You know, so I think that's pretty cool. I don't know why people don't dig that, but I like it. I tried to do like a little meditation to induce nightmares where I did all the like cliche shit, but like halfway through it, like transforms into this like, and then you notice spiders are crawling all over your skin. You know?
Oh man. Yeah, dude. I used to, when I was a kid, I would lucid dream nightmares all the time, like very lucid. Like I could do anything I wanted. And then I would just be like, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I would wake up. It was great. My God.
I'll tell you some weird shit that happened to me dream wise. So this is the weirdest fucking experience I've ever had in my life. And it fucking feels like something from a movie. But I remember this has never happened since. I doubt it'll ever happen again. But it was like Groundhog Day shit. I was laying in bed. I was asleep. My mom I was a kid. I was like, I don't know, 12 or something. My mom woke me up. She's like, pancake. I made some pancakes. Come on down, pancakes. I'm like, oh yeah, pancakes. So I fucking get up and I go downstairs and I start, I'm like, oh, there's the pancakes, all hot and delicious and blah, blah, blah. And, do all this shit. And I fucking put the pancake in my mouth and I'm like, I can't taste. This pancake has no flavor. I'm dreaming. I'm not awake. I'm fucking dreaming right now. So I'm like, okay, this time I'm getting up for real. And I just went through that cycle over and over again. I literally fucking had this looping dream of getting up, going downstairs, eating my pancakes. And then I'd realized yet again, like there's no fucking flavor in the pancakes.
Oh,
and then finally I woke up for real. And I go downstairs and my mom's like, you should have hurried up. Now all the pancakes are cold. It's like, fuck.
Oh my God.
So I fucking did that. I was stuck in this. I tried. I was fucking
Oh my
trying.
God. That's fucking crazy. That would be terrifying. I would be afraid to go to sleep because if that keeps happening, it's like that one movie with who was it? Fucking Tom Cruise, where you keep redoing the day.
Live, die, repeat, or it was. Wait.
Yeah, there's like two of them. There's one that's like military based. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was the military one where they're fighting aliens or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my God.
TJ, you're still asleep. Wake up and come get the. Yeah, man. Who knows? At this point, that would be awesome because it'd mean I was like 12 again and I could just like relive all of like years between now and then, but like with like foreknowledge of shit that's going to happen. I mean, assuming that the dream is accurate, which I feel like it has to be because there's no way I could have made this shit up. It's too fucking bizarre.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a dream that was so real that I was tricked, really. I'm either not thinking about it or I know it's a dream. I don't know.
My dreams, I don't know. I like talking to people about their dreams because everybody kind of has like their own style of dreaming and like different levels of vividness. Like if I talk to Chelsea about it or something, she'll always just tell me like, yeah, my dreams, they feel like every bit as real as reality. Everything looks exactly, she doesn't have any, like there's no separation. Like basically like it seems completely real when she's dreaming. And to me, even though I guess still get fooled by them, like, like sometimes in my dreams, I will literally reference that I'm dreaming and I'll be like, oh yeah, I am dreaming, I guess. Because they look distinctly different than reality. Like my dreams are mostly black and objects that are happening, like objects that are important kind of just appear in the blackness. Like if I'm like talking on the phone or something, like if I'm talking like an old school, like rotary phone, like I'm in blackness and then the phone appears, Like if
Yeah.
something's not important, it just is not there. So like if there's a tree, it's like the tree in the blackness. If there's a fucking building, it's a building in the blackness. Like whatever is like the important elements that are needed at the moment are there, but then everything else around it is black. And usually things are not really super bright color wise. Sometimes they are, but usually it's like weird gray tones and like almost more like ideas than visuals sometimes. But sometimes they can get pretty vivid visually, like especially if I'm like on like hallucinogens or something. But that's to be expected, I guess.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. My dreams are so everything that's happening is so vague that it's so obvious that it's a dream, you know? Like I would never be that unaware in real life, you know? Like right now I'm aware of like my perception, like my peripheral and everything is just very real. In my dreams they're always very you know, that's why I never get tricked because it's just kind of hazy. But I can like I have like a mix of the shit that makes no sense mixed in with like a really good cohesive storyline. It's weird. It'll be like I did this and that and we did this and that and it can make perfect sense, but I'll be like, and also I was with a giant spider, but we didn't mind that. It was just there, you know.
There was just also the giant spider was there, you know. We just chilled.
Yeah, like I did a whole day of work. I filmed some videos with my giant spider. It's just like how it is, you know.
It's like a sitcom level shit at that point. Me and my giant spider.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like that.
I hate when dreams when like shit just changes and then there's no like, you know, I don't know, you'd be chilling with like two people and then you're like, it's like two different people all of a sudden, or like, you know, you're in the swamp out of nowhere or some shit. It's like, what? What? There's no transition here. You just put me like I was petting a dog and now the dog is an alligator. It's like, what? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I have the interchangeable, like changing face people where it's like the person doesn't have a face really, but it feels like my one friend, you know? And then all of a sudden it's another friend, but like it doesn't really matter because that person means the same thing to me. Basically, it's just another acquaintance. It's really weird. Like,
yeah. Your brain is just like, shorthand, you know.
Yeah.
Here's what matters. Here's the fucking cool. I don't know. It's kind of cool to see what your fucking brain does without like the conscious mind fucking interfering with it. But then, of course, I don't know. You said you had lucid dreams, so I guess sometimes you actually are like consciously manipulating them.
Yeah, I would always be put in a situation. It would always only be the nightmares, which is kind of lame because then I can't do any of the like fun, crazy sex shit. But like it would always be a nightmare I was put in, but then I could choose what I do. And as soon as I was about to die, I would always be actually afraid, but I would know I'm dreaming, and I'd be like, wake up, wake up, wake up, and I'd wake up and I wouldn't die. Like that's how it would always work out. So I would be like basically someone in a horror movie trying to survive, but then I never actually did. So I would always have to wake up.
Do you have any dream powers? You have any abilities in dreams that you don't have in real life?
No, I wish. See, that's why I want to get back into lucid dreaming, so I could just be like, today I want to be a superhero or something.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed about my dreams is that I'm like a really good fighter in them. Like if there's like 5 dudes and they're like, yeah, I'm just like, no problem. I'll fucking take them on without any fucking you know, and I'll just like break their bones and shit, smash their fucking spine and be like, this is cool. I'm still scared of heights in my dreams though. Like if there's like a little drop, I'll be like, oh crap. Like kind of like have to sidle up to the edge and like, you know? So I don't know. It didn't transfer to that. But like, yeah, like, but I remember one time, I don't know, I fucking encountered some kind of dream demon or something that fucking eclipsed my power level, some fucking like Vecna level bullshit. And I tried to fucking, I'm going to kick his ass. No problem. I'm tough in my dreams. And then I just fucking threw that punch and you did the Dragon Ball Z moment where he just like doesn't even flinch. I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
I think I done fucked with something above my power level here.
Oh, my God.
Then he fucking kicked my ass. So that was not fun. But usually I'm fucking pretty badass, but I guess even in my dreams, I'm not the most badass, you know, so.
Yeah, that's when your ego gets out of control. You got to have one of those dreams where you have the fucking.
The dream demon shows up. It's like, no, you ain't fucking tougher than me, motherfucker. It's like, uh-oh.
Do you have any of those like terrifying, reoccurring, like bad dreams?
You know, I used to have reoccurring. I used to be a big reoccurring dream person. but I've not had a recurring dream in a long, long time. But I remember I used to, when I was a kid, I had falling dreams all the time. When I was
I still have falling dreams. And
yeah,
you
so
wake
let me
up
ask
right
you,
before you fall.
yeah, so to me it was like just the sensation of like I'm just falling, but my bed was always there. Like it was always me and my bed falling together, you know?
You
And
went into your bed.
unlike most people's falling dreams, eventually it would land, but like somehow like the physics of the world were such that like the bed just kind of absorbs the shock and it's like, oh, okay.
Whoa, you land? I've never heard of anyone
Yeah.
landing.
I
That's
used to,
crazy.
that was all, yeah, so that's kind of like an interesting little detail about it, I guess. I had another recurring dream as a kid. I think it was because I was like in an earthquake when I was very young, but I had a recurring dream about flying over like the lands, like Superman, and there's an earthquake happening, and I kind of like use magic power to stop the earthquake. That was when I was very, very little. And then a little bit later on in life, I used to have this dream where I was like in the streets of London, which I'd never been to London at the time. I have been since, but it was like, you know, like Jack the Ripper, old fucking 1800s shit. Look, you know, but like there was like there was this weird building with this like green neon sign that looked totally out of the era, and it like had like a fortune telling kind of thing on it. And you know, I'd always go in the building, and it was always like this weird labyrinthian maze. Where it was like everything was all, and it was never the same stuff in it, but like the beginning of the dream was always the same. But then the stuff that was inside the maze, like every room had like different stuff. It was like kind of the movie Cube. You ever seen Cube?
No.
Kind of like that. Well, anyway, it was kind of like that. Every room had like kind of its own like weird deal going on, and you know, so I would do that kind of stuff, and that dream recurred for a while. I also had a dream that recurred when I was like a little bit younger than that, where I would be in the car with, you know, one of my parents, and they'd be driving. I'd be looking out the window, and then I would look over, and they would just be gone. And then I'd have to like get in the driver's seat and drive, you know, start driving the car, but I'd always crash it. But you know, since then, I really haven't, you know, since childhood, I really haven't had recurring dreams too much. Like there's motifs that come up in my dreams, like labyrinths have always been a big thing in my dreams. But even that's kind of seems like it's gone away. Like I don't really see the labyrinths too much anymore. My dreams don't really seem to have any sort of like theme anymore. They just kind of do what they want. So yeah, I kind of like haven't really had the recurring shit anymore. I haven't really had too many nightmares lately either. You know, I don't even really know. Like I remember distinctly having dreams, but a lot of times I really don't remember them all that well upon waking. So I guess I don't know what's going on for the most part.
Yeah. That I go through phases. I think it's like a stress induced thing, but I have two really bad reoccurring dreams that are like I guess there is actually one that during the dream tricks me and makes me think it's real. And it's this one. So I used to have braces, and I had braces like in high school, which kind of sucked, but whatever. So it's like a dream where I have braces and I start chewing gum, and I'm like, fuck, I forgot. I'm not supposed to chew gum when I'm wearing braces. And then all of a sudden the fucking gum is just huge in my mouth and stuck to my braces. And I'm just constantly like pulling out a little bit, throwing it in the trash, walking to the next trash, pulling more out. And it's just like forever. And I'm just like, oh, I just want to die. And this is like my actual life. I don't know how I'll ever be free of the gum in my braces. And then the other one is fucking I'm lost somewhere, and I find a phone, and it's always like me calling whichever partner I have at the time, and it's like I can't dial it. I have to restart. I can't do it. I'm fat fingering fucking everything, and it's just like so stressful, and I feel so alone, and it's like the worst.
I can't work phones in my dream. If I try to call someone in a dream, it's like you can't focus on like numbers and shit.
Yeah, calling or texting, it's like I'm just slamming my face on a keyboard and I can't do it. Like, and I don't know why, and it's really frustrating. Like,
you're explaining having ADHD. No, you're explaining weird dream logic. Okay. Yeah, phones are. It's hard to fucking work a phone in a dream. A lot of people are saying that in the chat as well. Just like, yeah, they can't work them in their fucking dreams.
Yeah. That's fucking weird. Yeah, I have teeth breaking shit too, but not as often. Like just like your teeth shatter, you don't know why.
I don't know if you're into horror movies at all, but I don't know if you ever, you know, the thing about with your braces kind of reminds me of the scene in Poltergeist 2. You ever seen the scene in Poltergeist 2 with the braces?
No, I've seen it, but I was really young. I don't.
There's a kid who he has braces, and his braces basically like come to life and start like trying to kill him. Like all the wires of there's like he's like getting wrapped with wires from the braces and shit. It's pretty fucking
my
crazy.
God.
I tried to read a book in a dream once as well. It's really, yeah, like you can't focus on like words and letters and shit. They just become jumbled and fucked up.
Yeah. I like dreams though. They're interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's cool to kind of see like the little internal symbology of your mind and like try to interpret it and figure out like what is my brain trying to tell me? Is my brain trying to tell me something, or is this just a bunch of fucking, you know, like, am I basically like just sorting through like the garbage of my mind trying to find meaning or what?
Yeah. I think it's more of the latter where it's just like bullshit and then your brain is processing new skills or old like new fucking insecurities or some stupid shit, you know, or like putting away memories. But still, I think there is some symbology there because I swear, like I'll go like when I'm like happy, busy, healthy, I don't have dreams really. And then like when if I get stressed or something changes in my environment, new location, I'll start having like the reoccurring ones, and it's kind of like my brain working through like a new stimulus or
yeah, I definitely
something.
have. I remember the first time I did a meetup, it was in London, and I remember there was this thing where, you know, like people are vying for my attention. I'd never been in an environment like that before, where a lot of people wanted to talk to me because I mean I'm not very sociable and stuff, and it was like this whole new experience of like being the center of attention in a much more tangible way with like flesh and blood human beings around me. And, you know, there was like this thing that would happen where I'd be talking to one person and another person would try to get my attention. So it was like, I'd be talking and I'd be looking at this face and then I'd get a tap like, oh, TJ, and I'll look over here. And I had like literally that night I had dreams of like, there's a face in front of me and then there's a tap and then there's a face and I'd look at that face and there'd be another tap. And it'd be like, it was just like a series of that moment of like turning and looking at a new face. And so that became like the dream. And it was like, that's a really weird fucking experience. But I think it was like part of it was like my brain acclimating to like, this is now like part of your reality. And here's how you're going to process this, I guess.
Yeah, I could see someone doing like a nightmare skit of that, just like constant vying for your attention and like a 360 fucking loop around you. And you're just like, what, who, what?
Yeah, it was like that. You know, it was pretty fucking crazy. Teach the makeup's on point. When has my makeup literally ever not been on point? Like, find me one instance where my makeup has not been on fucking point. All right.
I love the juxtaposition of me being here like 30 minutes early and you being like, oh, I'm sorry, I had to do my makeup. I was a little late.
Well, what happened was like, so I was sitting there. I started doing the makeup and I looked at my fucking clock. I looked at my phone and was like, oh yeah, I got like 15 minutes to do this. That's plenty of time, blah, blah, blah. And I thought I did this shit in like 5 minutes. And then I look at my phone, it's like 4:03. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I just run into here like, oh, fuck. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh, have you ever done what is it called? The night terror thing where like you're paralyzed, sleep paralysis. That's what I was
well, I could tell you a lot about sleep paralysis.
I've had it twice and it was fucking terrifying.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay. Well, I could tell you, I have a history with sleep paralysis. Long history with sleep paralysis. I used to have it. I used to be very often, and now it's like less, but I still occasionally will have it. But like, I don't know what your experiences were. So did you experience any hallucinations?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a fucking home invasion.
Did you see figures?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty common. I think that's called, I don't remember if it's called hypnopopic or hypnagogic hallucinations, but basically it's like dream sort of imagery creeps into your waking world because you're in a state that's kind of between the two worlds. You know, there's certain things that happen to you while you're sleeping that, you know, are meant to, you know, as you're dreaming and stuff, you know, you do stuff in your dreams. And, you know, your body is like, well, it doesn't want you actually doing that stuff. So there's like a little bit of like this paralysis that, you know, naturally occurs while you're sleeping. But sometimes you can reach a state of consciousness, but still be under that sort of like, you know, ether of whatever the paralytic agent is that's in your brain. So, you know, you basically, you're awake, but you can't move. which that alone can be pretty terrifying. But it's even more terrifying because usually it's accompanied with at least a sensation of an ominous presence, like in the room, you know?
Yeah.
Not always visually, but even if you don't see anything, you usually feel like there's like danger nearby or something. So
Yeah, I've had 2, and it's weird because I had, like, an opposite experience. Like, the one where there wasn't, like, a presence, where I didn't really hallucinate, I was stuck. It's always when I'm sleeping on my back, which I almost never do,
right.
and I'm, like, stuck with my arms just down to my side and my head to the side, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I can't move. And the one time, it was the second time it ever happened to me, but there was no person there or anything. So I was just like, just calm down, it'll go away, and it was fine. It wasn't
Yeah.
really that terrifying. But the first time it happened to me, and it had never happened to me before, I was in my old apartment, and I thought my old partner Jay had gone to the bathroom, and I saw him coming back into the bedroom, and then I saw a guy grab him with a knife, and they were like struggling. And
Right.
I'm laying there like, I need to move, I need to help, I need to move. I couldn't move. And I was like screaming, but not actually, apparently. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm awake. Why can't I move? Why can't I do anything about this? And it was like normal for me not to be able to move then. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm fucking in sleep
Yeah.
paralysis or anything. And then I kind of came to, and what I was looking at was the hallway that I was looking at, but there was nothing there. And I was like,
Right.
oh my fucking God, that was terrifying. Like, what the
So
fuck?
yeah, so what happened with me is like I first started noticing, I guess, I don't know how young I was. I was maybe around 8 or 9 or something like that. You know, I might have been younger, but it doesn't really matter. I was a kid. You know, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and like I would just feel weird and I would try to move and I could not move any limb and stuff. You know, and
Yeah.
I would try to like try to do something. I just try to like, and I'd always feel like I never saw anything then, but like it was always like I feel like something is fucking, you know, bad. Something's bad is happening right now. And
Yeah.
I gotta move. But I couldn't, you know? And you know, you start to panic, and then when you panic, you know, it's like you feel like you can't breathe, especially because you're just stuck in that position and stuff. And then, you know, usually eventually after like trying for like 30, 40 seconds or something, you kind of like jerk out of it and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
It's
know?
like hard at first. And then it's
Yeah,
like all of a sudden you
because you're
can't.
trying so hard to move, and then finally when your body is like, okay, you can move, then it's
Yeah.
like you just, you know, it's almost like when you're falling asleep, but your body is like, oh, you're dying, and then you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a word for that. I keep forgetting the word, but I liked it when I found out.
Yeah, I don't know the word either, but I know I know you're right about that. But
Yeah.
anyway, you know, later on though, I started having the hypnagogic hallucinations and shit. And I remember the first time it happened, I woke up in the middle of the night and I just kind of like I was laying on my my back, and that was also rare for me. I don't normally do that, but I fucking, you know, was like, I kind of opened my eyes and I looked in front of me because I was just like positioned that way, I guess. And there was like a weird, like cloaked figure that like just like walked across the room. And there was like a window that had kind of like a little like an inlet sort of thing. I don't know what you call it, but like, you know, like the window had, it was like one of those rooms that has like the it's like goes with the slope of the roof, but then the window is kind of like inset. So the, you know, whatever the robed figure kind of went in that area, you know, where the window was, and like out of my sight. And I literally stayed up for the rest of the night just staring at that, like, oh my God, there's something fucking over there. I dare not
Oh my
move and
God.
shit. And then like daylight came, and you know, eventually I fucking worked up the courage to go look, and there was of course nothing there. And then like if it was like a number of years later, I was like 15 by this point. I remember I was like laying in bed, and I did not have paralysis. I'd gone through various sleep paralysis stuff, but like this time I was not paralyzed at all. I just saw shit. But I remember I was laying in bed and I just had this like distinct feeling of like there's something standing at the fucking foot of the bed. Didn't see it. Like I was just laying in bed to sleep, and then I woke up and I'm like, there's something here. And so I look, and there's this fucking like alien standing at the foot of the bed, you know, with like the giant head and shit, but it's also wearing that cloak. So I'm pretty sure it was like canonically in my brain anyway, the same thing that was like cloaked in the room before. And then I don't know if you ever seen the movie Dark City, but the aliens in that, they just look like real pale dudes, but you know, like living corpses kind of. But they do this thing, and there's just like they like wave their hand and they say sleep, and then you just go to sleep. And this alien was just like, and I'm like, okay, and I just go back to bed, and then I wake up the next morning like, what the fuck? And so I said to myself, like, if I fucking see this thing again, I'm attacking it. Like, fuck this. I ain't gonna be no passive little motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking, if I see that motherfucker, I'm gonna jump at it because I want to know if it's real. I don't want to have this fucking like thought in my head that like maybe like, because I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm pretty skeptical. So I'm like, you know, it's probably way more likely that I'm hallucinating some shit than there's actually a fucking alien or whatever the fuck in this room, right? So I'm not just like, seeing is not believing, especially when you're like used to coming up and having like weird fucking sleep paralysis style shit. And, you know, at that point, I'd already kind of read about, you know, the hallucinations and stuff because I was curious about that figure that I saw in my room when I was younger. So I'm like, okay, well, this is happening again. But if I see this motherfucker again, I'm going to fucking like, I'm not going to let him do his little sleep shit. I'm just going to jump at him. And so like, it was just 2 weeks later. I wake up and I feel the same sensation, like he's there. So I look, and of course he is. And I, without thinking, because I'd already like psyched myself into my mind, if I see him again, I'm doing it. I jump at him, right? Just like, I try to tackle him. And of course, you know, nothing but air. And I'm like, I'm laying on my floor like this. I'm like on my hands and knees, like, fuck. Well, that settles that. He's not real. And then I look up, and his fucking head is floating above me. And it's just his head, and he's just like looking down at me. He's like just a head, and then he like kind of winks and vanishes. I'm like, fuck. Well, that didn't resolve shit as much as I wanted it to, because now I'm still not sure. And then one more time, probably like 2 or 3 years later, I was.
Wait, did you actually get up? Was this like a sleepwalking thing?
Up. No, I was definitely up. And afterwards, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going back to bed, I guess, because like whatever. If there's a fucking demon or an alien or whatever the fuck it is taunting me, there's nothing I can fucking do about it. So might as well go back to sleep.
Not gonna lose sleep over this, you know.
So then, I mean, I went to sleep surprisingly easy afterwards. Like, all right, well, that's that, I guess. And then one more time when I was like 18. I was, for some reason, laying in the top bunk of a fucking bunk bed. I have no idea what the circumstances were. I can't remember that. But I was laying in the top bunk of a bunk bed. I'm laying facing the wall side because there's a wall side and there's the open room. And I'm just kind of laying there, and I like feel the familiar sensation. It's like, it's almost like aggravating. Like, he's there. He's fucking standing right there. And so, of course, I flip over, and there he is. Just kind of standing there. And so I throw a punch at him. I'm just like, fuck you, get away. And then he just kind of like, I don't hit him, but like he like moves backward in conjunction with the fist, you know, like, and then he just kind of flies back towards the wall and just like vanishes in a weird plume of smoke when he hits the wall. Just like, and that was when I was 18, so I guess that was like 20 fucking years ago now. But I ain't never seen the motherfucker since, so I don't know if he was real. I think he was probably hallucination, but whatever. Draw your own conclusions, I guess.
He realized how strong you are in your dreams and never came back. He's like, fuck this.
I love these dream stories. I have a theory that dreams we don't remember are cause of deja vu. You know, sometimes, so my understanding of deja vu is that it's like you're processing new information as though it were memory, and that's why you feel like you've experienced it before. But I definitely have had this sense of like, in a deja vu moment of like, I saw this in a dream, but I don't think that's true. I think that's just a feeling.
Yeah, I used to be really fascinated with deja vu because I used to be like, I 100% know that I've seen this before and I haven't, you know, like there's no possible way. And then I looked that up and I was like, oh, okay. It's just like, you like commit it to memory before you are aware of it in your conscious or something like that. And I'm like, oh, well, that's lame. It's a cool sensation, but it's not as cool as I thought it was.
Yeah, my understanding is like, so when you experience a memory of something, some part of your brain is reliving the event. So, but you feel like distinctively, like if I recall something, you know, I'm kind of reliving it, which is also the source of like PTSD and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like traumatic memories, because you feel like you're there again in that moment. But sorry, not PTSD, but like deja vu is supposedly like when you start to interpret your current experience that you're actually experiencing now as if it were a memory. Like your brain is like, this is a memory, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's just reality. Like it's just a misfire of some neuron somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
or something like that. I mean, I don't want to oversimplify. I don't understand it, but you know,
Yeah,
that's
it's still
basically
cool,
like
but it's not as like interesting. Yeah. I don't know.
It's not as cool as the idea that we're all maybe a little psychic.
Yeah. I kind of like the when I realized that like memories, every time you remember something, you're remembering the last time you remember it or whatever the fuck, you know? So it gets distorted, kind of like the game of telephone. And like when there are some times where I just remember something so vividly and then I'm proven wrong and I'm like, holy shit. Like it's crazy that your brain can do that.
There's a movie. It's not a very good movie, but it's like there's this Robin Williams movie about this guy. I think it's called Final Cut.
Yes. Oh, I actually like that movie. It's not good, but it's like a guilty pleasure.
But it actually has a pretty interesting idea. It actually covers that pretty interesting, because the guy has this like tormenting memory of this horrible event that happened, you know, where he saw this kid die. And then when he goes back and looks at like what actually happened, when he goes back and actually looks at his memory, like his unaltered, you know, the recording of the event, it's like, oh,
yeah,
like, this fall was not nearly as large as I remember it being, and that's clearly red paint, not blood, and like, you know, but like his memory, like it become distorted in his mind, you know.
Yeah, that actually happens. It's crazy how that actually happens.
Oh yeah, and like people like remember like, oh, I distinctly remember the boat was blue. It's like, nope, the boat was not blue, it was red. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I distinctly remember. It's like, well, you distinctly remember fucking wrong. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's why eyewitnesses and like fucking court cases are so awful.
Oh, it's fucking the fucking credence that's still put in that is insane.
Yeah, they did like a study and they showed that like,
if you actually look at that shit, oh my god, it's like that should not be admissible.
Yeah, like someone's state of mind can completely change the context of what the fuck is going on. I wish that the Final Cut premise was actually real, where like they have the implants in the brain that have, I don't know if it was implants in that one or if I'm mixing it up with one of the Black Mirror
I think it was
episodes.
implants.
Yeah, but like I like the idea of having a recording of everything I've ever done. I'm like super I'm like a prying ass person. So when I get to know someone else, I'm like, let me watch like everything that happened in your life. I want to see that.
Let me watch all your memories.
Yes, that's like so interesting to me. I'm like,
see, the thing I love that the Final Cut movie got right was that like no one could see it until you were dead, basically. Yeah. Whereas that Black Mirror episode, it was like people were like, you could easily go back and like look at shit, and like I think that Black Mirror episode did a pretty good job of highlighting why that would be a bad fucking idea for humanity, but still tempting.
I fucking like it. I don't know. I like that kind of inability to lie or like sugarcoat things. I don't know.
So the theory of the Mandela effect is a large mass of people misremembering something. Well, I mean it's not a theory. That's just what's happening. That's just it. That is what's happening.
I think he's trying to be funny.
Maybe. I don't know. Some of them are not that bright in here.
You know what Black Mirror episode pissed me off the most was the one with the male doll, like that was exactly like her husband or whatever the fuck. And like the moral of the story at the end was that like it's a bad thing. I was like, what? No, it's not. Like this is awesome.
I don't think I saw that one, so I don't know.
Really? It was like some chick. I might be misremembering it to go with the theme of our conversation here. Yeah. But like it was like some fucking woman lost her husband, and you can buy the like exactly perfect doll, you know? And like he had like the doll had her husband's like everything. It wasn't like a cheap ripoff, you know, or like a better perfect version. It wasn't like that. It was like exact, right? And by the end, she was like, she ended up putting it away in the closet or returning it or some shit because she didn't want it because it's not the real thing or some shit. I don't fucking know. But that would be great for me. I don't understand like why that's bad or anything. I don't know. Like, this is awesome.
It's a little more philosophical, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not really sure how I'd feel about. I have to watch the episode, I guess, to see. But I never saw that one. I've watched a lot of them, but you know, I don't know. The time commitment they expect from me It's a little much for like an episode of a show. I feel like it's just a movie at that point. So
Yeah, and some of them can be really slow moving to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't care about this one.
and then
I
some
just
of them
wanna
are
skip
like,
it.
I don't know, some of them I'm like, by the time I get to the end, it's like that was it was just like watching a really bad 2-hour episode of the Twilight Zone or something, you know?
Yeah, Twilight Zone did it so much better.
At least the Twilight Zone gets me in and out in like 20 minutes, you know?
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
it's stupid, it's like, well, whatever. You know?
I like a guilty pleasure I like to watch with my mom, you know, the like Fact or Fiction, Believe It or Not. I fucking love that shit with that one dude. It was just like
Jonathan Frakes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love that and Tales from the Crypt. Like that was
Tales
my
from the
shit.
Crypt. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt fucking rules. I love that shit. Yeah.
That fucking intro used to give me nightmares, and now I look at it and I'm like, this is so cheesy.
It's like it's so lovably cheesy though.
Yeah, it's adorable now, but when I was a kid, I was like, I can't go to bed now. This is fucking terrifying.
Because it's like the most haunted house you've ever fucking seen. Like it just like you've never seen such a fucking like cliche haunted house just brought to life, you know? And then
it wasn't cliche to me as a kid.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah, the music
alongside
not being able to
bad puns and shit was great.
But the fact that I couldn't control the speed at which I was going toward that terrifying ass fucking coffin was like really the scariest part for me. I was like, no, not again, slow down. Like, and then it just happened. And it's like, it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, there he is. Tales from the Crypt. I love it.
That was fucking good.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. I love that show. Yeah, I mean, I remember they tried to bring it back, but they were like, it's not going to be like its own show though. It's just gonna be like the Crypt Keeper is going to like present like a bunch of shitty movies and stuff. I'm like, nah, just bring it back. Just bring it back for real. I don't like this. I don't think they actually ended up doing it. So,
oh, that's lame. Every time they redo anything these days, they ruin it anyway. So whatever.
I don't know. There's been a few lately that I think they're getting like a little better, maybe. Like I've really actually been enjoying the new Beavis and Butthead stuff that's been coming out on Paramount Plus. Like that's actually been pretty fucking good so far. So I'm hoping
I didn't even know that existed.
Oh yeah, they have a whole new movie and shit. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. I saw that, and then they like kind of did like a whole new season of like the show. But it really feels like, I don't know. It feels like they didn't try to like reinvent it too much. They just kind of like tweaked it a little, but then kind of kept most of it like the same. So it doesn't like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like, it feels like they understand what makes it work. I feel like a lot of these things like just don't get what makes the thing work in the first place. And that's why they suck so bad.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
I think that like a lot of the rebranding of the way things look, not in like an anti-SJW way, but in like it looks too polished and like, I don't know, like
it's like audience testing bullshit. It's like, nothing is made for a specific demo anymore. Everything is like trying to appeal to everybody. So it just all sucks.
Yeah, it's like soft. And have you seen the new rebranding of fucking Chuck E. Cheese, the Chuck E. Cheese mouse?
No.
They changed, like, there's one down here, and they fucking changed the way it looks. It looks like some sterilized, like, no brand shit you would see in a movie that couldn't get the licensing or something. It's like, what the fuck? I'll send you the picture later if I can find it in my camera roll, because I sent it to people. I'm like, what is this? Like, what the fuck?
I could probably find it myself here. Chuck E.
Yeah, let's see.
Cheese. Let's see this motherfucker. I want to see this rebrand. I'm assuming I go to their website, it'll have it, right? I would assume.
I don't know, because I feel like it might be area dependent. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Oh no, here it is. Here it is. Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, there's a private chat in here. You can just
I noticed that.
Shit.
I'll link it. Hold on.
Just link that shit up. We'll take a look at this fucking shit.
Okay, so it's the thing on the left. The other thing is Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know why it's showing that. Where is it? Here, hopefully this works. There.
Oh, there we go.
The thing on the left. That's the new Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay. I think they're just trying to like say that it looks like Five Nights at Freddy's shit.
Yeah, I guess.
But
that's it.
So, yeah.
Here's the actual Chuck E. Cheese, the way it looks. Here, hold on.
Oh, okay. I'll pull that up as well. Hold on. There we go. We should open that in a different window. Oh, yeah. Okay. Weird.
It's so like he doesn't even have eyebrows.
Hold on,
It just looks so weird.
I'll share it over here with everybody so they can see. Yeah, share screen. What the fucking hell? Yeah, what is this?
I hate it.
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I'm wow. I mean, that just does that even that looks so fucking wrong.
Yeah, it looks like a no brand. Like
It looks
creepy.
so sterile and generic, and this like Chuck E. Cheese logo looks like a fucking like phone app logo from like 10 years ago or something, you know? And now it'd be even more simplified. Like you wouldn't even look like a mouse anymore.
Yeah. Just like the basic outline of half of the mouse's face, and then you're supposed to like fill in the rest with your brain.
Yeah, here's the fucking
Oh God, what is
website. He's like CG now.
ugh. Yeah, when they CG things or like make things just like more round and weird, I don't know, I don't like it.
Yeah, man, fuck that shit. Weird stuff.
Yeah, I saw that because I drive by it sometimes. I'm like, what is this? It's awful.
Well, I mean, I don't really have to care about that because I'm not fucking going to Chuck E. Cheese anyway. But yeah,
Yeah, but
weird.
do you think any kids from this generation are gonna have core memories of their Chuck E. Cheese adventures with that
I don't
fucking
know.
branding?
I just don't know. I don't know. Because I mean, I thought like I don't know, when I saw like the Star Wars prequels and shit, I'm like, well, no one's gonna give a fuck about this. And then the new generation did. They're like, yeah, actually, it's pretty good. It's like, fuck, okay. I guess you guys do like it. I don't. I still don't like it.
Same.
And then the sequels came out, and then it was like, what do you think about the prequels now? It's like, okay, they still suck, but this is also something that sucks, I guess. Cool. Doesn't make your thing suck less. I don't know if you know that. Wait till the next generation comes up and they like this shit, and then you gotta fucking be like, what? How can you possibly?
Yeah, no, everyone's gonna love sterile, weird, rounded bullshit, and then like the next generation is gonna be like super edgy, and like the sterile, rounded bullshit generation is gonna
give me the fucking, give me the edgy generation. I need that one.
Yeah,
give me the edgy generation that's like, fuck the system, tear it down, burn everything to the ground. I'm like, all right, cool.
We need a new one of those. We definitely
give me that. Give me that shit. I'm into it. Give me that fucking generation. This one's like, I don't know. Still, everyone's. I mean, at least everyone can like agree the boomers are pretty much the worst one. Like, that's they seem like they're still like all-time champion worst fucking generation. But like, yeah. I saw this weird shit about Gen X the other day. Gen X is like reinventing its mythology. They're like boomerizationing themselves. I saw it. Yeah, they were like, when we were kids, you know, we didn't have no structure. We just latchkey generation, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And I'm like, we were industrious. And like, I remember being a kid and like watching, because you guys were like the 20-somethings when I was a little kid. And I remember fucking distinctly my parents watching news stories about how your generation was a bunch of fucking lazy, slacking motherfuckers. So like, I don't know what this bullshit is all of a sudden. Like, we were industrious and we took care of ourselves and we were independent and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, don't mythologize, bitch. That ain't how it fucking was. If millennials start doing, I'm going to call you on it, motherfuckers. I'm going to call you on it. We are not fucking independent-minded bulls. Like, it just shows all old people are always going to reinvent themselves into old people eventually. Back in my day, things used to be. No, they didn't. They never were. You're a fucking lying son of a bitch.
I feel like Gen X did nothing. The only thing I can think of where people are talking about Gen X is fucking Limp Bizkit. That Limp Bizkit lyric. That's fucking it.
Gen X. Yeah, they're kind of like, yeah, they're kind of like the in between bullshit generation anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't really. I don't know. They had like Kurt Cobain and he just died. So, you know, that's pretty much it. We're the Kurt Cobain generation. Our guy blew his brains out, or well, he probably got murdered by his wife or whatever. But who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, then the millennials. And for a while, I mean, it was crazy to me how quickly it changed from you damn millennials, blah, blah, young whippersnapper to now, like, we're just like, yeah, we're like in our 30s now. And now it's like these damn Gen Zs, fucking pink hair, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, all right. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, old man.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. One day they'll be just as crusty and stupid as you. It's fine. It's all gonna work out.
Yeah, it's funny to not be the youngest generation that everyone shits on anymore. Like that's
I
fucking
know, it's
weird.
so weird. I kind of miss it. You know, it's like, oh man, come on, what? No, it happened
No.
so quick too. It felt like it was overnight. Like one day it was like, you fucking millennials, so entitled, and then the next thing is, damn Zoomers. Like, wait, what? We don't get it no more. Fuck. Okay.
Nope.
Now all of a sudden we're all right, I guess, or at least we're not the primary concern anymore. These damn kids with their TikTok doing all that bullshit on the TikTok, blah blah blah.
Oh man, I can't do the TikTok.
I don't get it either. I'm just fucking. I've been on there. I'm trying to fucking find an inroad into it, but I'm just like gonna repurpose shit I already do and like try to work it into that. I'm not gonna try to. I don't know. Maybe if I get enough fucking going on there, I'll try to do stuff for it. But like, man, my brain does not work in that short form fucking way. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to be on there simply because I just want to kind of repurpose it like you were saying. I think that's the smart way to evolve when you have to, is like, I'll try out this platform, see how it goes, see if it works for me. I really like the idea of the algorithm actually being favorable to like growth. So I want to be on there.
Well, one of the
but
things
like
we've done
I
that shit with
can't.
our DFF podcast shit, you know, because like YouTube, we fucking get like royally butt fucked by YouTube. They don't monetize any of our, they haven't outright demonetized us, but nothing gets monetized. Nothing gets through. It's all the yellow shit. They fucking age gate a bunch of our shit, even if it's not appropriate to do. So it's like, okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
it makes no sense anymore. They've gotten way more sensitive on all that shit.
I don't know what the fucking deal is. I heard that fucking, I'm like thinking every time I fucking hold out hope that maybe there's gonna be an alternative to YouTube, it always fucking bites me in the ass. Because usually like, okay, here it is, the viable YouTube alternative. And then you kind of like, people get all excited about it. And then the next thing you know, it's fucking gone. So I'm thinking, but like, I've heard a lot of like rumblings about Rumble basically lately, especially I guess Steven Crowder got banned for 2 weeks from YouTube and he like did some shows over there. They got a lot of people over there. So I'm thinking like,
Yeah, dude, he just got banned all the way again. So they'll
okay,
probably do another push.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, there you go. So like Rumble is going over there. And I don't know, it's probably like a more right-wingy fucking place, but I'm honestly thinking about trying to fucking branch out over to there. Cause I'm like, but like, I don't know, I might just fucking wait a minute and see. Cause like so many of these fucking times I've tried to embrace these like non-YouTube platforms. Then they just fucking, as soon as they start to get some traction, my theory is that Google fucking just kind of like goes and fucking gives the motherfuckers some money to fucking go away.
Yeah, my heart broke when we lost VidMe. VidMe was my favorite.
That was when I lost all hope because I was like, this one is the fucking one. I was like, VidMe,
it was
you are the
good.
chosen
I was
one.
making money on VidMe. It was crazy.
It was like, holy shit, VidMe. And like all you had to do to get your video over there was just like put in the link and like it just like automatically moved all the info and shit. It was like, wow, this is so cool.
Nice. Yeah.
And you know, it was like, wow. And then it was just like, we're gone, guys. It's gone. Bye. What? Why? We're just gone. And my fucking theory is that Google just came out of them and was like, here's a big fucking bucket of money. Go away. And they're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I also think there's never going to be a good competitor either because I feel like everything's trending more toward the short form. So people are innovating on the short form and just kind of leaving YouTube as the like, okay, this is now the news and they're sterilizing everything. And
I heard a story recently that says that even like the Gen Zs are like now more on YouTube than they are on TikTok. So I don't know if that's true.
I hope so. It would be nice to have some pushback on what the fuck YouTube is doing. Like,
I just wish that
creators
YouTube
can't
would go back
them.
to like pushing shit organically instead of trying to like, I don't know, like wrangle everything ideologically. Because like you guys are not good at it. You're clumsy as fuck. Your algorithms suck at determining anything. You're fucking just like total trash. I hate it so fucking much. Please just let me fuck.
Yeah.
Just put me organically in front of people. Cause like I had like before YouTube changed its algorithm, I had such good channel growth and shit. It was just like, yeah, growth all the time. But the thing about me, I figured this out about myself. Like I was wondering like, why did I go up in subscribers for such a long time and then like have this like precipitous like period of just like can't fucking gain subs, right?
Yeah.
And I figured it out. I always fucking had massive unsubscriptions, but because they put me in front of new people so fucking much, I always got new ones.
Yeah. The unsubs never go down. It's just the fact that you're just like fucking suppressed. It's crazy.
Right. And it's like, you know, like, because I'm like a motherfucker that's like, I'm gonna fucking make a video and a bunch of people be like, oh yeah, that's cool, I'm gonna subscribe. And then I'm gonna make another video that they're gonna fucking hate and they're gonna unsubscribe. Because they're like, oh, I don't like this guy. Because it's the same phenomenon we talked about earlier, where some people just can't handle like even any disagreement.
Yeah.
So then, you know, that person goes away, and that still happens. But now there's not as much of a like push to put me in front of new eyeballs because like, red flag, this content's bad boy. He say bad, he's me be bad. He does bad things. So no give him views or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how much they suppress you. Like I get kicked out of the partner program like once a month, and then I gotta wait a month, and then I get back on immediately. And
that's
then
ridiculous.
Yeah, I just like I've lost all hope of actually having like a monetized YouTube channel. But when I'm demonetized like fully is when like I never get under 10K views on a video, no matter what dumb shit I'm doing, unless I'm demonetized. Then it's clear. It's clear that they just suppress it or something.
Yeah, they don't like.
And like everyone's like, you uploaded? It's like, yeah, dude, what the like you're subscribed. What's wrong?
I know.
Crazy.
And subscriptions don't mean shit. And like the problem is too, like a lot of like, because a lot of my subscriptions are older subscriptions, like a lot of those people have not like opted into like the alert bell and shit because that wasn't a thing. Yeah. So I have like a massive amount of subscribers that don't have the alert bell fucking clicked or anything. And you know, I mean, whatever. It's fine. Like the views I'm getting, especially since I started uploading more frequently, are not like bad or anything. But like, you know, I feel like it could be doing way better if it was put in front of more eyeballs. Because my click-through rates are fine, but they just don't push me at all. Like back in the day, there was like tons of like organic push. If people enjoyed your shit and the metrics were good, like the metrics I'm getting now, like the engagements that I have is like very good. The click-through rate's very good. But the fucking amount, like them putting me in front of eyeballs that have never seen me before is fucking so fucking stunted now compared to what it used to be. Like they used to put my shit in front of a lot of fucking people. Now they barely put it in front of anybody. So it's like very hard to get that that sort of shit going anymore.
Yeah, I don't even want like help. I just want it to be able to be organic. I don't want to be suppressed. And I feel like I'm definitely being suppressed on most platforms, which sucks. Like you can see it easily on Instagram too. Like I look at the Instagram analytics quite regularly because it's like it's more obvious that when something gets taken down, like some stupid shit, like I posted some other girl's ass, like her post, because on Thursdays I do like Thirsty Thursday, and I posted some other girl's ass, and that got deleted out of my stories. And then it was just like 2 or 3 days of like not extra losses, but zero gain, just like zero gain. So I was losing. And then for months after that, there's no like people who don't already follow you visibility. And you can actually see that because it's like from people who follow you, people who don't follow you. And you're just off of the explore page. It's like, what the fuck? Dude, for months.
I have a friend who is like she does like a BBW modeling. She used to be pretty skinny, but like she decided she was gonna like, she just was tired of fucking maintaining that, and she's just like, I'm just gonna get fat and I'm gonna get paid for it. So like now she just like, you know, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, doing like the inflation shit, and you know, but she's got like an Instagram and stuff, and they fucking for a while there, her shit was huge. I mean, not she was getting huge too, but like it was like her fucking following was huge. Like, because there's gigantic market for that shit. There's a lot of dudes into that. Apparently, like hundreds of thousands. She's got hundreds of thousands of followers and all this stuff, and everybody's fucking and she's just like, it's just like a meteoric ascent. And then some, you know, at some point, Instagram got wind of like, sexualized content or whatever the fuck, and you know, it was just like pretty much like a shadow ban thing, and just like boom. Not putting it in people's feeds, even the people who are following her and shit. So she went from posts with like massive engagement to like no engagement, right?
Yeah, I got my Instagram deleted, and I swear to God, there's a fucking racket. There's this one lawyer in LA. You contact him, you pay him $1,000, and your Instagram account is back up within the day. Like less than 24 hours.
I need to find the Twitter version of that guy.
Yeah, right. You have to. And like I found this guy through a friend. And so I paid him $1,000. My Instagram is back up, and all of a sudden it seems like it dropped all of that like weird shit. So I gained 100,000 followers on Instagram in like a month. It was crazy. And then I had one post taken down again, a story, of course. It was just like all sexual solicitation, but it wasn't. And then I went back to normal, and now I'm just like stuck gaining like 100 a month or some crazy shit.
I'm pretty sure I probably got fucking hit with some shit because the other day I did like a thing where I was like, okay, I'm gonna put on my stories, like I'm gonna ask for some troll for some questions because it's easy fucking way to get like content going on Instagram and shit. And I found like I found like a random chick on Instagram posting shit on Instagram who had like, she was just wearing a thong and shit. And I just used that as like, yeah, this is the background to like get people's attention. And then I put the question thing underneath her and stuff. And they took that down, and every answer that I did to anything that was asked in that down as well.
Yeah.
And
then you can't post just asses, by the way. Stay away from just asses. It has to be a full body, so it's so stupid.
Well, she was full body and stuff, and it was already on Instagram, and her shit didn't seem like it was being suppressed. But for some reason, when I retweeted it in my stories, that was a line crossed somehow. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, I've learned all the rules now. You can't lick things, no ball gags, no asses where the thong isn't obvious.
Wait, no ball gags?
Yeah, I put up a fucking face only ball gag picture the other day, and they like immediately took it down. I was like, what the fuck? And then I appealed, and they're like, no. Sometimes I get my shit reinstated after the appeal because it's just like bad AI, but not this time. Like they were like, no ball gag.
It's just a ball gag. It's not.
Yeah.
What?
I got my shit taken down the first time for I was licking something like a lollipop or something, and they're like, no licking, no mouth engagement.
No licking things.
Yeah, no licking.
Look.
You can't post that shit on fucking Instagram.
Too hot for Instagram.
So stupid.
And
yeah, I followed this page.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but like 90% of your shit, at least as far as I can tell, is just like fucking hot chicks trying to fucking be sexy to like get people to their OnlyFans and shit. Like that's that's what you are. Like quit fucking running from your true nature, you stupid fucks.
They just want to go back to being food like they were in like 2010 or whatever.
Yeah, it's like no one gives a fuck about what you ate for lunch anymore, motherfucker. They want to see ass and titties. So stop being so fucking prudish.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know.
Jesus.
Like, and then I see some of these girls that are like, they have like millions of followers, and they're like, like they'll just be like fully naked, but they got like fishnet on, and it's like, very obvious. Yeah,
you know,
or like they'll do like just spread and like the fucking, you got the pussy, everything but the flaps. So you got the fat around it, just everything, and that's fine. But like, I can't lick a fucking thing or have like a ball gag in my mouth. Like really,
I don't know where the fuck did these how the fuck did they get these like separate rules for them? Like, are they blowing someone at Instagram? What the fuck is going on?
I think they're just doing like, because supposedly in the rules, see-through clothing is fine, which is like, what? Okay. But like, so I think they're just doing it right.
Don't lick a lollipop, but see-through clothing is cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just be totally naked, but have like a thin layer of like gossamer fabric over your nudity, and that's cool. That's art.
Also, if you get the blue check mark, they stop harassing you with that shit altogether. They just greenlight you. So I've been trying to get it, but they won't let me do it.
Yeah, like not that one. Nah.
Yeah. It's dumb because like on my second page, I started making like $300 a month just like posting like 4 reels a month. Because they let you monetize reels if you're not like a degenerate, I guess. But like, so I was just like making money off of my Insta or my YouTube.
They offered me that shit, but I'm like, I don't really have any. I don't like. It's like the same as like TikTok or something. I just don't know what to do for a fucking reel. Like I don't know. Like, hey guys,
I just do the teaser to my YouTubes, just like a 1 minute teaser.
Yeah, I probably have to get someone else to like handle that shit up for me if I was gonna do that. I've been thinking about it for a while, just like handing all my social media over and just being like, all right, you just take care of that shit. I'm not fucking dealing with it no more.
Yeah, I'm also for some reason I have a hellacious amount of fucking followers on my Facebook page, and one of my friends reached out to me and she's like, dude, I make like thousands a month from just like posting other people's ads. You just need like the ad overlay. You know, you need to be okay with that. So I've been trying to get my views up on there so I can get the ad overlay shit, because I'm like, dude, I want to make like some passive income on some dudes just being like, yeah, put your fucking ads and shit on my page. Like, why not?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know. They really fucking, if you're a content creator of any kind, I guess especially if you're like a little bit more like degenerate, is a good word, I guess, then like they don't fucking, I don't know. They don't fucking like, they make it fucking way harder, you know? Like, why is it gotta be so fucking hard, guys? Come on.
Yeah, it's not like
do you guys
it's really
like,
not that crazy.
Do you think we're not a market? We are. We buy stuff. I promise you.
Yeah, we're
it's
like
good.
the biggest market. Nobody cares
You
about
know?
the fucking boring shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, you guys got, look, I get it. You got your fucking right-wing traditional, like, we want back to, yeah, that's great. Cool, cool, cool. And you got your, like, SJW fucking blue hair. We demand that society fucking cater to our every stupid win. Okay, yeah, that's great. But then in between that, you got the freaks and weirdos and the losers and the scum fucks and the degenerates and the assholes and the scumbags and all that motherfuckers. And you know what? We're a big old fucking demographic that you guys just ignore and shit on and hate on. But you know what? We drink Coke. We buy fucking shit. We'll buy the fucking, you know, if we got money, we'll buy the Acura or whatever the fuck. We don't give a fuck. It's okay. Yeah. We're okay to advertise to. I promise you. I promise you we're a demographic that has money and like stuff and we're stupid as fuck. We'll buy it. You know, a lot of times we'll fucking buy something we don't even want, just put it between a pair of titties or something.
Yeah.
You know
what? Why did that part of fucking advertising die? Like putting
Yeah.
something between a pair of titties and being like, oh yeah.
Show me
nice.
a big fucking pair of tits and just put a fucking Coke between that shit and be like Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'll be drinking that. Don't fucking worry. Don't you fret. Don't you frown.
We must be fucking boomers. I don't think that works anymore.
Oh,
it
does.
Too much outrage for the people
works.
that it does work for.
You know why? I know it works because like the places where you could still do it, it still fucking works. The whole reason I started writing this novel that I'm writing is because I was fucking scrolling through Amazon one day, just like and all of a sudden I see this ass. I'm like, what? Halt! Why is there a big fucking cartoon hentai looking ass on my fucking Amazon? What's going on here? And it's this dumb fuck book called like the OPMC or whatever the fuck. And I'm looking at it like it has like 1,000-something reviews. I'm like, people are buying this book with this big ass on the front. And it's like a novel or something. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, OPMC2, OPMC3, OPMC4. And basically there's a fucking shit ton of these dudes out there that are writing these like trash level first draft amateur hour fucking fantasy books where it's like, I was a mild-mannered nerd, but then magically I became a cool badass and chicks fucked me. The book. And they're making, they're fucking selling them and they're making fucking big old mountains of money because every fucking cover has a hot chick on it and they just pump them out. And, you know, like most of it's ghost written. They just go to fucking like places where like there's writers and they're just like, write my book. Then they go to an artist. They're like, make a cover for my book. And then they fucking slap that shit together afterwards. And they're like, that'll be $20. And fucking dumbasses are like, it's got a butt on it. I'll pay it.
Dude, I wonder if there's some like copyright infringement on those fucking covers.
I think they look original. I think they at least find original art and shit. But I was thinking like, you know what I'll do is I'll write a highly sexualized book, but I'll actually try to make it quality. But hopefully some of these idiots that are buying this other shit will still buy it, you know?
Nope, that's where you fuck up. When you get the quality in there, then you nobody will buy it. You got to do it. It has to be like fucking.
Got to be low brow.
Yeah, literally the lowest brow. You try to up it a little bit, and people are just not interested. You get that in the middle demographic. Yeah.
I know there's gonna be a lot of people that get pissed when they're like, man, this is like actual like book shit and stuff. But like whatever. If they bought it at that point, I've won. So. Yeah. Well, what I figure is here's the plan. I figure that I'll sell it to my fans and shit. They'll buy it. They'll drive it a little up the charts. It'll start getting put in front of the eyeballs of these people who buy this other trash. They'll start buying it like, oh, whoa, what's this? And then I'll push it up even higher in the charts. And then it's just like a perpetual motion machine from there. Like, doesn't matter if like, whatever. Some people will be like, this is good. Some people will be like, this is fucking pretentious shit. But you know what? At the end of the day, I got all their money. So it's all good.
This is the marketing strategy that alternative creators like us have to go through in order to make money. It's like, this is the racket we have to do.
We got to be fucking smart because you got to be creative with your monetization if you're a fucking weirdo. That's true. You got to figure shit out because they're not handing you. Look, even like last month, I challenged myself because I've been like very neglecting my channel. I was like, I'm going to try to do a video every day in fucking July. And I did it. They weren't all good, but I made a video every fucking day in July. And, you know, some of them got pretty decent views and shit. And I tried my hardest to make sure that they all got monetized. Like I tried to follow the rule. I was very like, I'm going to follow the fucking rules. And for the most part, I did it. Most of the shit I made got monetized. But even then, the monetization rates I got were not fucking stellar, you know? I mean, I don't know if it was just like a weak month overall, because sometimes that happens, or if they're just like, yeah, fuck you, because you're like kind of like a semi-blacklisted channel or whatever the fuck. But, you know, I mean, they were all right. But like, I remember back in the fucking day, the views I was getting, that would have been worth a lot fucking more money.
Yeah.
But, you know,
it sucks.
Back in my day,
one fucking or 1,000 views used to be $1 or whatever the fuck. Just like 1 to 1.
Yeah.
Now it's like there's some weird, like horrible algorithm it goes through where it just like takes a cent out of your CPM for every fucking like bad word you say or some shit. It's like awful.
TJ, could I pay you to push my shitty ebooks? Dude, well, I mean, like, I'm thinking in like the broader context of things, I might like just get into publishing because, yeah, like, why not? It seems fun to me. Like, I have all these cool concepts I think would sell well and shit, but I don't want to write every single book myself. So I'll find some writers that are halfway fucking competent. They have to be at least halfway competent, right? Get them to write the shit. I'll just fucking market it, sell it, fucking take like 30, 40%, whatever the fuck is fair. And then, you know, you make some money, I make some money. Everyone's fucking happy, right? Hunky dory. That's true capitalism for you.
But you have to have been fucking rejected from some mainstream publishing company.
Yeah, you got to show me.
That's the barrier to entry.
Yeah, you got to show me your fucking penguin rejection slip, where it's like, you're a fucking weirdo. Please never send us anything again, and then you're in.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so that's like, I don't know. I'm thinking about doing it, but I'm gonna worry about my own fucking book first. But you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I've been trying to read more because I figure if you're gonna write books, you should probably read them. And that's been fun. I've actually been enjoying getting back and reading because I used to be a voracious reader when I was a kid, when I was like a teenager, anyway. And you know, in my 20s and stuff, my ADD, I guess, started kicking my ass a little harder, and I stopped being able to focus long enough to do that. But it's been pretty cool, fucking getting back into that. And thanks, Adderall, by the way. You're awesome. I love you so much, Adderall. What were you saying, Tara?
I don't remember.
Like 20 minutes ago or whatever. Before
like 20 minutes ago.
Rambled incessantly.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was totally off topic.
Okay.
But I was gonna ask if you saw that fucking big like Lauren Southern expose thing.
No.
The ghost writing reminded me of that.
I don't remember that.
I get she fucking.
Let me be 100% frank though. I have only the vaguest notion of who Lauren Southern is in the first place.
Really? Well, it was she was like basically outing like everyone on the right for being fake, and it was like a fucking 2-hour video or some shit. And there was some like interesting shit in there about like Milo and a bunch of other people. And like you mentioning ghostwriting brought it up, so I was like, "Oh, have you seen that?" that was what my thought process was 20 minutes ago.
But I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, to me, that I wouldn't bother watching a video like that because I already know that. Like, I just know that because it's obvious. Like, they're fucking obviously fakes. I mean, whatever. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be interesting, but I finished the whole thing. I was like, "Damn."
To me,
the details are wild.
The interesting thing to me is not really those people. I don't care about them. I'm interested in the people that like watch it and don't see through it, because it's like, this is so fucking put upon and it's so disingenuous and there's no authenticity in it. And it's like, how do you fall for this? Like, what is wrong with you that you fucking fall for this? Like, even if your politics are right wing, like, clearly this is a grifter you're looking at. Like, come on, give me a fucking break, man.
Yeah, I think most people who actually succeed are in some way a grifter.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like, you gotta,
like mainstream success.
You've got to have a little bit of grifty going on to get anywhere, really. But like,
yeah, because you know, like we were talking about the nature of people. Like, in order to have such a big following, you have to pander to them a little bit and not be a real human with like varying thoughts.
I think that's the biggest thing that holds me back from like any sort of like mainstream. Because like I definitely feel like I was at that crossroads at one point where I was like, here's what I'd have to say to get big. Do I want to say it? And it really was tempting. I'm like, man, I will make so much more money. I'll be so much fucking richer and fucking to be able to do more of what I want. But ultimately, I found that like when I asked myself that question, it wasn't even like principle or anything that stayed my hand. It was just the fact that like, no, the most important thing to me is being able to say whatever the fuck I want. So
Yeah.
like, that's just like where I'm at. So like, yeah, if I can fucking get 10 people listening to what I really want to say, I prefer that over 10 million listening to some bullshit that I don't even fucking care about. I don't
Yeah,
know
I feel
why.
like I would call.
Maybe that's the flaw.
I mean, I'll never get that big because I would cultivate an audience that like I don't care about anymore, and then I wouldn't care about the content I make anymore. I wouldn't like identify with it at all, and I would just lose the passion to do it, and I would like kill myself if I had to like fucking pump out some shit that I didn't fucking want to do like every single day. Like, oh my god,
Yeah,
I
I
would
mean, it's
die.
like gotta be miserable. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's probably nice in a lot of ways, like a lot of perks and shit. And I guess it
I
just
think
depends on
some
what your
people are
mentality
better at
is.
it.
Yeah,
I think
like
some people are better at it, and it's
I think
like
there's
fine.
just I think there's just people out there that like they just want the like success and the status and shit, and they don't really care. Like, but for me, like the whole appeal of this shit in the first place, like what got me doing this was not because I had some dreams of like fame and fortune. It was because like I want to say what I fucking want to say. So like
Yeah.
that has to be the guiding star always. Because anything
Yeah.
else is bullshit, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
hey,
I
I can't hate on the grifters though. I don't hate the grifters. I hate the dumb fucks that get grifted because they're the fucking stupid motherfucking enablers of this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like even people like Jordan Peterson and shit. It's like how can you? I don't know. That's a whole nother fucking
He
rabbit hole.
made
I don't
me
wanna go
really
down right
mad
now.
yesterday because I was watching some of his and he was doing like the super like climate denial-y shit. And I'm like, wait a minute, this dude just got hired by Daily Wire. And I know that they're fucking have strong connections to the fracking industry. And now all of a sudden out of nowhere, he's like a climate.
Oh yikes! Did you?
Shit.
Yeah, you cut
Oh,
out for
fuck.
a second. You like
I'm
lost
sorry.
connection.
Yeah, it looks like I did. Looks like I'm back now though, so whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we've been going for 2 hours 46 minutes. Probably about time to wrap it up. I don't know.
Cool. Sounds good. Whatever.
So I don't know. You got any like closing remarks or maybe like a final topic you wanted to address or anything like that, or maybe just do some promo shit or
I don't
whatever
know.
you want.
It's pretty easy to find me. I got my first and last name, Tara Babcock. Just Google it if you want to see more. Other than that, I don't know. I had fun. It was fun to just bullshit. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I want this to be. You know, I want to kind of like bring more people on here and just like bullshit with people and see like what's going on. Just have like casual ass conversations that aren't like super directed or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Just kind of like pick people's brains and like talk a bunch of fucking, you know, bullshit.
Yeah, I've wanted to do something on Twitch where like while I'm playing a video game, I just let people like get on mic and like I'll argue devil's advocate for like literally anything to just kind of hone my, you know, communication skills over the internet because I feel like that degrades for me a lot. Like I used to go on these like those like Twitch podcasts where they would bring in like 3 hot girls or whatever and do like a dating show or whatever. And I'm always like even though I'm really good in person, I'm always like, oh, this is actually kind of terrifying to like talk to people. So I want to get better at like
Yeah.
communicating with humans over the
Yeah.
internet.
Cool. Well, hopefully this has been some kind of practice.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Well, thanks for being on. And thank you guys for watching and stuff. I think I'm gonna hang out with these guys a little longer and try to grift some super chats out of them.
All right, have fun.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Cool. Well, that was Tara Babcock, everybody. All of her links are down below. I'm not going to stick around for too much longer, but I did want to see if I could grift some money out of you guys. You know, because like I said, everybody's got to have some kind of grift going on. You can't be griftless in this world. But don't yield to the grift. Use the grift as a tool in your toolbox. Don't make your whole existence about the grift, right? Because that's when there's a difference between you controlling the grift and the grift controlling you. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, give me some money. That's the whole point of this fucking whole spiel here. I don't know how much you guys have given me throughout the course of this, but it isn't enough, damn it. I need money to sustain my dark existence. Keep the change, you dirty animal. Love you, bro. Love you too, Sugarwire. You fucking rule, bitch. You can grift me anytime, TJ. Say it with money. Say it with money. Money, money, money. Money. Oh, yeah, it's money time. If you guys like the conversation, you like hearing from Tara and stuff, you like seeing us discuss the things that have happened, the shit that has been said, the shit that has been done, go ahead and give me some of your fucking hard-earned moolah. There's no one is too poor to give me at least 99. You can send me 99 cents. You're not too poor to send 99 cents my way. You're not too poor to give me $1. Come on. I've been your good little dancing monkey. Why do you forsake me now in my hour of need? Don't be that way. Don't be a bad person. Don't be the kind of person that fucking listens to my words, listens to me talk to Tara Babcock, and then just fucking leaves me high and dry when I need you the most. Indeed. Hail Satan, good sir. Hail Satan, indeed. I liked the arguments and the boobs. Thank you. I don't remember us doing much arguing, but yeah. What is your Streamlabs? I don't do Streamlabs for these StreamYard-based streams because thank you, Fenrir787. And thank you, whatever your fucking name is. You're just too complicated. Is Babcock her real name? I do believe that it is, but I guess I don't know for absolutely certain that it is. Hail Satan, Archangelo. Hail Satan, welcome ye zero. Yeah, man. Anybody else gonna be generous? Anybody else gonna open their hearts and their wallets for the future king of the fucking world? Remember, your generosity now will be remembered when the world is mine. Thanks for the mediocre amusement, Jester. Yeah, say it with money. Say it with money. I don't care. You call me a jester. I don't fucking consider it an insult to be the jester. The jester's job was to speak truth. The jester's job was to fucking say the shit that no one else in the court had the fucking balls to say. So if you think that's an insult, you're fucking wrong. Have you played the Cult of the Lamb yet? No, I don't play video games. I'm too fucking busy with fucking important matters. Hey, TJ, good chat. I know you don't like Destiny, but chat with him would be cool. I don't have any... I mean, I don't know of Destiny enough to not like him, honestly. When I've tried to watch his shit, I found it not interesting. You should get Grutha Blue if you want a good read. It's on Amazon. All right, well, I'll look into that. Babcock is the name of a British military industrial complex company. They dabble in nuclear weapons. They also run medical helicopters and planes here in northern Norway, unfortunately. I don't know that Tara has any connection to that, but maybe she does. I have no fucking clue, bro. What's your favorite book you've read recently? Also, page turning or Audible. I have a little time for physical reading, but I like Audible the best. So I read physical books and I do Audible. I'm reading like gay Jane Austen in space kind of book right now. I cannot remember what it's called, like Winter's something, Winter's War, Winter's Galaxy. I can't remember what the fucking name of the damn book I'm reading is, but I'm reading an actual physical book like that. And then on Audible right now, I'm listening to I just finished Stephen King's On Writing like the other day, so I just finished a book. But I think I'm going to listen to John Carter of Mars or whatever, like the John Carter books by the fuck is that dude's name that writes that shit? Edgar Rice Burroughs, I think. TJ, become a debate grow. You're good at it, but dialogue like this is also good. I would much rather talk to people, and like if a debate happens, it'll happen organically. You know, like because conversations can sometimes become contentious, but if that's going to happen, I'd rather that happen organically, out of like a genuine place of argument, rather than it just happen because I'm like forcing drama like a fucking little bitch. These shows that go on there and like try to force drama, it's like, to me, that's like mega dodeca cringe bullshit. I have no fucking affinity for that. I have no respect for it. So why would I do it? I'm not going to do that. Spike Repugnance, $5 for the ghost reference. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think you guys have given me enough money now to satiate my fucking my dark desires. But I'm gonna tell you what. If you guys would like to leave in the comments. Oh, here's another thing. Do you like any Frank Herbert? I read the first 2 Dune books. I liked them both. I didn't read past that though. So if you guys would like me to talk to anybody else in the future, I know you guys have asked for Destiny multiple times. I'll fucking look into it. I have no idea how to reach out to that. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of struggling right now with the whole reaching out to people thing because my Twitter got fucking ransacked by bullshit. If anyone has any fucking information about how to fucking get that back, let me know about that as well. You're gonna have to just do it in the comments down below because I don't know how to fucking get people to reach me anymore. I guess you could try to reach me on Instagram. I guess that's probably down below as well. But yeah, if there's anybody who you want to see me have one of these conversations with in the future, sit down and talk to some person. If there's an individual that you would like me to have a discussion with, then you go ahead and fucking put that in the comments down below, and I will give it my due consideration and see if it's somebody that I'm interested in speaking with. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate you all. And I hope you all had a good time listening to the conversation with Tara. And be sure, once again, to go check out her links and, all that bullshit. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye, motherfucking bye, bitch.